Talk Radio WBMC News is next.
Come by Coffee Bank and Trust today and start earning better interest and better cash back on your primary checking account. Pair it with our Better Together Saver account and maximize your earnings. If you want better rates and better returns on your money, stop by and see us today at Coffee Bank and Trust, a division of Coffee County Bank, member FDIC.
Planning a move? McMinnville Moving and Storage has been trusted for over 60 years. Licensed, insured, and offering free quotes. Visit us at McMinnvilleMoving.com today. McMinnville Moving and Storage. Moving your past to your future.
In the Main Street Journal News, Prater's Barbecue in Morrison hosted the inaugural Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off on Saturday, June 14th, honoring the late Phyllis Prater's legacy in the local restaurant scene and her civic contributions. The event raised approximately $28,000 for the newly established Phyllis Prater Memorial Scholarship, which is expected to offer $2,000 awards moving forward. 23 teams from across the Southeast competed for $7,125 in total prize money, with winners including Henry DeVault and Mark Whittemore in the steak category, Ryan Purdom for ribs, and Ron Stevens for the event's top wings. Gary Prater praised the community and sponsors for making the first event a success, noting that while entry fees only covered the prizes, sponsors are necessary to drive scholarship funding. The cook-off also benefited from Bonnaroo's unexpected cancellation, with festival goers helping fill the restaurant throughout the day. Plans are already underway to make the cook-off an annual tradition, celebrating Phyllis's spirit of generosity to her community. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
Douglas and Lanier, that's where I choose to be. Douglas and Lanier, that's the agency for me.
For rock-solid insurance coverage or sound financial planning for my family's future, Douglas and Lanier is where I choose to call home.
Call Douglas and Lanier, your local Erie agents, at 811 Faulkner Springs Road, McMinnville, at 931-474-0044.
Tonight, rain is more likely with showers and possibly a thunderstorm developing later in the night with a low of 70 degrees. Wednesday, showers and possibly a thunderstorm with a high near 81. Chance of precipitation for Wednesday is 90%. Fun fact, clouds can weigh millions of pounds, yet they float because the warmer, denser air below them is even heavier. Until next time, keep shining, y'all. This is Tisha with your weather.
Don't stop! Keep dancing! Move to the beat! Dance all night!
Hello, welcome to the Warren County Sports Authority radio show. I am Jeff Simmons, your host. I am here with Chris Sullins and an empty chair.
We got an empty spot there. Hey, thanks for turning the mic on, Connor.
That's very nice.
Turn the wrong one on. My bad.
What were you? Were you getting nervous that I wasn't in here or anything?
I mean, I saw you rush out, so I didn't know. Like,
I mean,
I ran
to my office and back, and I'm winded.
I understand
Yeah,
it was a little late this morning, but you know.
Okay, hey, easy now.
You don't have to go back to back. You know?
Were you late this morning?
No.
What?
No.
Hey, it's WBMC 97.7 FM. Of course, we are on Facebook Live and also on the WBMC app, and we're on YouTube, I'm sure. So, hey, hit the share button.
Share it.
Get the comments going. I want to see a rowdy crowd in the comment section tonight. That's what I want to see.
It works better when they're rowdy.
Yep. Because we need an extra voice right now. Because Trevor Evans, MIA right now.
Trevor laying out on us.
I don't think he's laying out. I think he's just ready to. He's getting some basketball kids ready to go.
Yeah, but it's a lot better when you just
make
things up.
Yeah. He will be here.
He'll be here later.
He'll be here by OT. Hey, we got ad reads for him to do.
Absolutely.
I printed even some out. Franklin Fisher asked Trev getting a haircut. The Ben Lomond Connect message board fires off.
That makes two times Trev's been no shows on us. Think about it.
Yeah.
No show the other day at the bike bar.
He did.
We haven't brought that up yet, but we will.
We will because we might as well get into the last week rewind because we are on the Warren County Sports Authority radio show. And guess what? It's powered by Reddick Brown Ford.
Vroom, vroom.
Power stroke power.
Attaboy.
Hey, head out there on Highway 55, and you can visit Reddick Brown, which has the largest selection, the best prices of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. The customer comes first out there at Reddick Brown Ford, and you can get all those exclusive employee deals right now I think they're offering the same. If the employee can get the deal, you can get the deal right now.
It sounds like a pretty good deal.
Where they get like half off. That'd be nice.
buy one, get one free.
Hey, if you work at Reddit Brown Ford, let us know. What is that deal?
What is that deal?
We'll send people out there. It may be wrong information, but we'll get them out.
Yeah, what is it? Is it a BOGO right now? Because we'll see how that
Buy
goes.
one Raptor, get one Raptor free.
Ryan Williams says Trevor better be on the driving range getting some hacks in.
That's not happening.
That is 1,000% not happening. But hey, Ryan Williams does tee us up for tee us up.
Hey, there you go.
That's a writer,
boy. At 6 o'clock on the dot, Jonathan Hutton, our boy,
yes,
has sent us a 6-minute long intro / recording for the Spring Fork. To be determined on that date, but we're going to have that. So when we go on normally when we go on our 6 p.m. break, which really is me and Sullins and Trev sitting here while Connor goes and smokes, we're going to play that.
Yeah.
I hope. Do you have the audio? Have you actually downloaded it?
It's in my B-bar right now.
I like it.
Okay.
And actually, it's 5 minutes and 51 seconds, not 6 minutes, Jeff. So.
Hey, we're dealing exacts here on the Warren County Sports Story. I apologize about that. 5 minutes, 51 seconds. It's funny. Did you go through and listen to it?
It's top notch.
It is classy.
It is classy.
We let a little preview go out today, but you're gonna want to hear all 5 minutes and 51 seconds of that. Yeah. So stick around in the break on.
Bravo to Hutton who came through.
Yeah, Ryan Williams has thrown out a potential next. I think he said June 28th, next Saturday.
June 28th?
Next Saturday morning.
So we're not waiting till the Happy Gilmore tour?
We might. It's just it depends on what we have to figure out here.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna have to be a logistical thing with you. You know, yeah. I think weekend sounds like it, and we might need to talk to the country club and ask them.
That would probably be a good idea
because they might be hearing this and thinking we don't want y'all here.
I mean, I watched a little U.S. Open. I don't think you can just walk on to Oakmont and say, "Hey, we got 5 today."
Hey, we got 5. Don't worry about the film crew that's following us right now. We got commentators. Now, I do think that I did see Hannah bought some of those lapel mics.
Yep.
This week, so she can mic all of us up.
Really?
I can't wait to start censoring.
Oh my goodness! Censoring may happen.
Yeah, so there might be some lapel mics on all of us while we're playing. I don't know. Do we need to get team shirts?
I think we need some shirts.
We need to talk,
and we're going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about shirts, but I think
merch is coming, peeps.
I felt bad this morning. I think I took one of your talking points.
What'd you take?
I said something about the random gripe this morning about, hey, why are our softball teams nobody's wearing? Everybody's wearing mismatched shirts.
I think that's a big enough talking point that we can cover it a couple times. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say because you had I said it this morning and I was like, why did I'd heard that recently and it was you talking about the Chronicle.
If you're going to win the largest softball tournament in the state, you probably don't want to have 7 different uniforms in a team pick.
You know, one guy with a Team Eruption shirt, and the other one pipe layers. It's like, what's going on with this team?
Did we just
what segment was it, Jeff?
Huh?
What segment?
The random gripe.
It's not how you said it this morning.
Oh yeah.
What did he say this morning?
What's your gripe?
What is up with trying to sound like me?
It's tough, man.
I mean, I've had a lot of comments about that the last couple of days.
Did at least people say that it was a not bad impression?
I've heard people say it was pretty solid.
It was not
a lot
bad.
Of solid. It really bothered me though because I'm listening and I'm like, I don't sound like that. And then Connor puts me on there and I'm like, damn, I sounded exactly like that. That's exactly how I sound. That's terrible.
The audio came right in on it. Yeah. All right. Last week rewind, which is brought to you by Chris Springs Fireworks. I'm not doing the clap.
Yeah, I think that's a good there. Hey, maybe a couple gunshots, but no claps.
Yeah.
We got any bombs back there exploding?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Boom, baby.
Hey, since it's going on all over the country, might as well do it in the studio.
It's time to light up your 4th with Chris Springs Fireworks, where prices are low and the sky's the limit. They ordered early, beat the tariffs, and passed the savings straight to you. That means jaw-dropping deals on everything from sparklers to sky-popping finales. Big blast, bright colors, loud booms. We got the goods to make your 4th go boom in style. I'm starting to see some tents pop up.
I've noticed that.
But hey, Chris Springs Fireworks.
They're year-round.
Year-round. They already got you covered. Light it, launch it, love it. That's Chris Springs Fireworks. Don't wait till the last minute. The best stuff goes fast. Stock up now and throw the kind of independence party that I'll be talking about until next year. Chris Springs Fireworks, located right behind Chris Springs Market off of Shelbyville Road. You can see them before the 4th. Let's blow the sky wide open.
Have you noticed, have you heard any fireworks from the house? You know, I mean, because you kind of start as we grow closer. You know, you've got that group that'll say, you know, about 3 weeks before we get started, let's fire some off tonight. Have you heard any?
Not yet.
It's coming though.
Not yet, but I give it another week.
Another week.
It really
Okay.
starts going.
There's a direct correlation to how early fireworks start by the amount of Twisted Tea sold at a gas station or Walmart.
I have a neighbor. I've been living in the same neighborhood for 5 years. I know who's going to start it.
He's solid.
He's solid. He's going to start it. It's going to cascade around a couple of different people in the neighborhood, and then maybe I'll join in. We'll see. Maybe a little bit. We'll see how that goes.
You got a great spot.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Really, that's a good spot to fire someone.
I'm technically still in the city limits, though.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah, but
that's why
nobody wants to come that far when
you
it comes.
set your fireworks right on your neighbor line.
Yeah.
Right on the property boundary right there.
Yeah.
And then if the cops start coming, you just kick it right over the other boundary.
Well, yeah, if I actually go far enough back on my property line, I think I actually am out of the county, out of the city limits. So
Got a little Hatfield McCoy type deal.
Yeah.
There. Like there's a line there.
Yeah, sometimes I think about that when I pay taxes. It's like, wait a second. Hey, but we are talking about the Last Week Rewind. The only thing that I really have to say on the Last Week Rewind is there were 2 videos that we posted over the weekend, and we start talking about a lot of – this show's very popular.
No doubt.
A lot of reach.
A lot of reach. A lot more than we realize.
Grace, your rant, which again was more like a tribute to the efforts that Grace Rain Scott is making as not the middle school girls basketball coach, but being the middle school girls basketball coach of the summer, got a ton of views.
As it should, just based on not what I was saying, but just based on
what she did.
Basically a clap for her, giving her flowers of what she did.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. It's not even the fact. I mean, what was said was secondary to the fact that she just absolutely deserved that kind of tribute. And I hope everybody, if you haven't seen that, you can go back on the Sports Authority. You can go to Grace's page. I think she clipped it, and put it out there before we even put it out there. And I think a lot of people, she shared her appreciation on that. And I think some family members have also showed their appreciation. I'm sure you've heard from a couple of them. And then second, though, we had the Grace Rain Scott story.
Yes.
But we also had bull riding Trev.
He had the PBR rodeo, Warren County style.
That I don't know I can't count how many people over the weekend brought that up to me.
It was numerous.
It blew up.
Too many to count.
You were texting me on Thursday, and you were like, hey, I've already had 20 messages this
morning.
morning.
They were like, did that really happen? I said, absolutely. 100%.
We did clip it, and there was one part that Trev was like, can we stop it before that, which we did.
And it was pretty much the only thing that I think in our group that I've ever been overruled.
Yeah,
because
you did not want us to clip.
Because he said, you're exactly right. He said, we got to stop there. I said, no, we've got to have Connor naming the bull in it.
Well,
he said that was too much.
Well, we actually, I don't even know if Trev knows this. I did clip it and put it in a different part.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's on TikTok.
Oh, really?
We did a TikTok, but it wasn't that. It was just clipping the fact that Connor says it, and then you have Chris Terry, who was on the phone with us, saying, this is why y'all shows. Yeah. So we actually clipped that part of it and was talking. It was basically like people calling in to tell us how great our show was, and we just clicked a bunch of those. But it also was right in the midst of all that. So it kind of did get clipped, but because it's not in context, you don't know it. If you hadn't seen both of them, you wouldn't know.
C-Dub, just know I was fighting for you hard,
I appreciate it.
I was fighting hard.
I will say this much. Trev made a good point. It wasn't a Trev issue.
Yes,
it was
exactly.
a potential Trev. Trev was trying to eliminate any other potential issue.
It was more of a Trev's extended family
friends
group.
They were like, hey,
no, we can't go there.
If we get this too far out there, there's somebody that might say, and I think Trev was just like, I don't want to deal with it, so please don't make me if you don't have to.
So I'd have to wear the locally hated shirt.
You might have had to if it got out there to the right people. I think they might have been. Hey, like I said, Trev was just trying to say, don't put me in this situation if you don't have to be. Yeah. So we didn't. But
so we actually wasn't here to talk about it.
Yeah.
I still thought it sold pretty well.
There was a lot of people that have still talked about it, and we'll continue to talk about it. One of the funniest moments of the work. Probably the funniest moment since we've been in studio.
No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, we had some crazy moments in the basement, but that was
that was as good as we've had.
I didn't know if you were going to recover.
So
when we ran Drew Walker's line,
it's one of those things that I've probably rewatched at least 10 times, and I honestly think every time I'm like, I can't believe how that was said, and I laughed every time. I couldn't handle myself every time. If you played it again, I think I would break down right now.
We might go back to it in OT, rewatch it and everything like that. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but again, that was the last week rewind. Those were the two big things from last week that stuck out over the week. But when we come back, we will talk about Trev dipping out on the bike bar challenge.
Yes.
All right, we will be back on the Sports Authority here on WBMC 97.7 FM. The Sports Authority is powered by Reddick Brown Ford.
Vroom, vroom.
Need a pick-me-up? Start your day at the Cafe at Tree City. Open daily from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. They serve rich, bold espresso, pulled to perfection. Pair it with one of their delicious treats for the perfect combo.
Their skilled baristas are passionate about crafting your perfect cup, whether it's a classic latte or a refreshing cold brew. They've got your coffee cravings covered.
Short on time? Order ahead for quick pickup or curbside delivery. Your fresh coffee is just a sip away.
The Cafe at Tree City, your go-to spot for expertly crafted espresso drinks. Wake up, sip up, enjoy.
Make your car shine like new with a full auto detail from Reddick Brown Ford. Now up to 50% off at mainstreetshopper.llc. And while you're at it, snag gift certificates to Cumberland Biscuit Company, Southern Traditions Gifts, and Old Oak Mercantile. Perfect for gifting or keeping. Local deals done right. Head to mainstreetshopper.llc today.
It's time to upgrade that new kitchen with Redmond's high-quality cabinets and countertops. Choose from a variety of styles and finishes to create that perfect look for your space. Their team of experts at Redmond's will work with you to design a functional and beautiful kitchen that meets your needs. Right next to Redmond's Carpet at 2512 Old Nashville Highway. Call them at 931-668-4900. That's Redmond's Kitchen Cabinets and Countertops. Warehouse Discount Grocery, serving McMinnville and Warren County with the best meats, freshest produce, and the best prices on all your favorite groceries. Listen to these specials. Sundrop Dr. Pepper, 6-pack, 0.5 liters, 4 for $9. Sager Creek Chicken Tenderloins, 3-pound bag, $5.99. IQF Catfish Strips, 3-pound bag, $9.99. And be sure to check out the full-service deli featuring meats from Charter Reserve. Open 7 days a week at 835 Smithville Highway. Warehouse Discount Groceries, WDG.
Why don't you head over to Chicken Chef and enjoy a fresh made-to-order meal, or choose from the all-time favorite like the Chicken Nugget Dinner. Stop in for breakfast, order right off the menu with sausage, gravy, fresh homemade biscuits, or try their delicious tenderloin, egg, and cheese biscuit, just to name a few. Whatever your taste buds call for, you're sure to find it at Chicken Chef. They've been serving Warren and surrounding counties for over 40 years. Stop in today, Chicken Chef on the Strip in McMinnville. You can call your order in to go at 473-5020.
Tennessee summers are the best, grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers synchronous multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to expand your Wi-Fi coverage area like Ben Lomond Connect. Plus, BLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 value Weber grill or one of 9 free internet monthly bill credits. All you have to do is send a picture of your family grilling, chilling, and streaming to marketing at benlomond.org along with your name, address, and phone number by August 31st. Not a customer? Don't delay and call your local BLC office today. Some exclusions may apply.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say,
Hello and welcome back to the Warren County Sports Authority radio show here on WBMC 97.7 FM. I really like that song. I was just going to let it roll.
Yeah, just let that thing roll. Let it roll.
I played this for Trev.
Should have been a cowboy, man.
He had to cut his career short, man.
Should have. Yeah, man. He should. Yeah. He had so much promise.
He hadn't picked that bull.
Yeah. That one bull got him. Trev will be Trev will be here in OT. And,
Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, I hope he.
I'm telling you, it's the best part of the story. I don't care what anybody says.
It really is.
When Connor says it, I'm like, goodness gracious.
Oh, we did forget something at the start of the show that
Tell
is actually mandatory. We're supposed to do.
Oh my goodness,
We did not prompt everybody and let them know that
Sorry.
on the Warren County Sports Authority radio show, which is powered by Reddit Brown Ford, has a disclaimer. We have to let you know. We are required to let you know that the thoughts, opinions, and just general commentary that you will hear on the Warren County Sports Authority is that only of myself, my co-hosts Trevor Evans and Chris Sullins, or just Chris Sullins tonight, and not of Main Street Media, Radio WBMC, or any of our sponsors. So understand, if you hear something that offends you, just tell me and Chris.
Yes.
You don't have to send an angry voicemail. You don't have to send a letter or anything to the bosses. They are probably just as mad as you are.
Yeah. I mean, you're just telling them what they already think, so you don't have to do that.
Yes.
Let us know.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you're just gonna be repeating everything that they've already probably sent us in the text message, or might have just already caught us outside the building and told us about that. In fact, let me make sure I get the exact wording that was on here, and then I'll tell you who.
So you better give people the address.
Oh, the address here. Yeah, the required disclaimer, which was nice. It had a Braveheart feel to it.
I like
tonight.
that. I like
Hey,
that.
they can't take our freedom.
You just can't take the freedom.
You're not going to do the accent?
No. We're offensive enough.
Sound like Shane Gillis doing Australian.
Yeah, they said Main Street Media, Radio WBMC, and our sponsors want to let you know they do not endorse, support, or even make eye contact with us after most of what we say.
Fact.
That is true.
That is true.
That is 1,000%
Yes.
true. They asked us to include this disclaimer so they can sleep at night. We get it. They have reputations, board meetings, and deep-rooted fear of angry voicemails. We've been told we're sometimes offensive, unsupervised, and a legal gray area. Honestly, fair. So here it is, official warning. If you're easily rattled, now is your chance to bail. If not, buckle up. We've got opinions and freedom of speech.
Basically,
good enough.
what we're trying to say here is, if you're a snowflake, you're probably going to melt if you're listening to us.
Yep. Exit stage left.
Yeah.
Hey, the Ben Lomond. Hey, did you see our song request?
Yeah, 8-second ride. I've already got it pulled up.
Ben Lomond Cadet message board. Trey Butler says Chris Ledoux's 8-second ride would be fitting as well for a little bit of music. In fact, hey, keep that in the coffers until Trev gets here.
Exactly.
When Trev walks in, the moment Trev walks in, whether it's OT or whatever, let's hit that music.
Another thing we need, since Trev's not here, and we know he's not going to go back and listen. He made a comment last week, and I know it's factual. He's actually been on a bull.
Yes, he has.
There's family members of Trev and friends of Trev that have that video.
Send it to us.
We need that video.
We can split screen and show that video.
We need that video.
So it's like an actual bull?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Trev
I was
has
about to ask
rode
what
a
his
bull.
name was.
Huh? Yes.
No.
Well, it wasn't that one. It was early. It was
Yeah.
It was Crips and Blood's younger brother or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, legitimately, yeah. If you
he's
have that
been
video,
on the bull. We need that video because I've seen it, but back then you didn't want to say. Why are we saving this?
Yeah.
Now I wished I would have.
Oh man, yeah, he's definitely been on.
Yeah, so all the family members, friends, Trev's classmates, please get us that snippet.
Yeah, if you want to, you can send it to me on Facebook. If you send it in a video, I can open it up on here. And we can actually show it. Yes, Trev has been on a bull before. There's no questions about that. What he hasn't been is in the bike bar.
He's not been in the bungee strap.
Not in the bungee straps. He might have no-showed us for a haircut
ghosted
last
us,
week.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you you haven't really had to, I've been on air since then multiple times.
Yeah, I've heard you a couple times.
I've already covered it.
Yeah.
Thoughts? What were your thoughts and opinions of it?
Too easy.
Ooh.
I didn't know. I mean, really?
There was a couple of times that you and I both kind of gave them
that's all we got.
We got there and like 6 minutes into it, they're done.
Yeah.
Of course, Connor, I think, had already double strapped out the moment she said, "Are y'all done?" And Sullins and I are like, "No."
I understand Connor and Rob's. Hey, we did the photo op, but I didn't come for a photo op. I came to say, hey, it was a challenge. We accepted the challenge. I really had a decent time. I had no issues with it. No soreness the next morning. And honestly, I think that I would have to do a whole lot of that to be sore because it wasn't. I didn't think it was that strenuous. Not knocking it, but I didn't think it was a strenuous deal.
And I mean, now granted, people asked me because there were some pictures and videos of me laying down on the ground after it, including one where I was, you can't cut me.
Yep.
I'm still on this team. People were like, were you that tired? I was like, I was pretty tired.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm also like twice the size of Sullins too. Yeah. So I'm putting in twice the amount of effort to move.
Bad spot. I felt like I was in the middle of a Newton's cradle.
Okay.
I had you on one end, and then Rob coming back full force.
You had either way. You had, like you said, Newtons. You either had the speed of Chris that might hit you, or just the mass of Rob that might hit you.
Yeah, it was either a wrecking ball or like just someone chucking a ball-peen hammer my way. Either way.
I will say that we did sign the waiver.
Yes.
We made some remarks early on about maybe the bungee not being able to hold. Yeah. I don't think that is a problem whatsoever. I understand why the waiver signed because I can see what Connor's saying. Somebody getting Karate Kid pretty quickly in that.
Like Jeff just barreling towards Raven.
Yes.
I about took Raven out.
I thought it was going to happen a couple times.
I was like, no brakes.
I thought we probably should have been spread a little bit further.
There was a little bit of that.
No brakes.
Brake fail. Did you get any of this after people watched it? I got this on like Friday and Saturday. I think I could do it. I watched you do it.
I heard that a couple times.
That's kind of offensive.
It was bad. They watched me and they were like, I was a little skeptical of doing it. And then I saw you do it and they're like, oh, I think I could do it.
Did you get this?
Go ahead.
Did you actually go do that? I had that a couple of y'all actually went to do this?
I had a couple of that. I'm like,
it was a challenge.
There's literally video.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think I AI'd that?
This is you just brought up a great point.
Yeah.
They watched the video. I guess they thought we sent clones. Did you actually go over there? You just saw me on the television, on the feed. Yes, I was there.
There is literally a video, like a little 6-second reel on Instagram on the Simmons Says of me spinning around with my arms out, and it's like the song behind it was "She Was a Fairy," and I'm like, "What do you think that I didn't do that?" I'm like, "Of course I did." I was like, "Yeah, dancing bear." Dad called me the dancing bungee bear.
And you brought it up first. You made a comment early on after we got done, and I hadn't seen the video.
Yeah,
where you and you said, hey, we looked like we were in tune with each other, you know?
Yes.
And there's one that
is lockstep.
It's lockstep and barrel, man.
It's unreal.
It's pretty. I felt pretty good about it. Synchronized bungee got some potential. I think we could compete, you know?
Susan Holt.
U.S. trials, something like that.
Susan Holt Page, she saw it, messaged me, and she said, I can't stop watching the video of you and Sullins for 10 seconds being every step is, I mean, if you watch it, every step's the exact same. We leave the ground at the same. We spin at the exact same speed, which I don't know if that's some kind of like gravitational. Like, I don't
Your pull was.
Yeah, I don't understand why that was. And we even land at the same time. It's like absolutely in sync. She's like, I've watched it 50 times.
I had somebody that texted me and basically said, did you and Simmons, did y'all behind the scenes go work on some of this stuff before? In which I said, absolutely freaking not. Okay? No.
Yes, me and Chris.
Yes. We snuck in the back bar.
Y'all just hooked up to where y'all pull engines out?
Yeah. We just hooked up to the cherry picker and just chained around.
Yeah. So Sullins called and said, hey, Simmons, come out here to Sullins Trucking. And we're going to spin around. We're going to figure this out.
This will definitely hold you. Don't worry.
Just give me an hour. We just need an hour. We're going to show them.
Yeah. Hey, I will say this much for the people that have asked. I'm 100% serious when I say, if you want to try it, by all means, go try it. You will have a good time. Abby will take care of you.
And Abby did a great job. I will give her her props. Kudos to her. She did a great job.
I think her and Raven kind of the next day did something with some lady
they did like a
pioneers.
spin class thing.
If you have a team or you have an organization or you have like a group that's trying to find some kind of activity to do, call them, try to go do that. Do it for an hour and have a good time. 'Cause I'll tell you, it was a fun time.
Yes.
It was, as Chris said, it's not super stressful if you don't want it to be super stressful. You'll have a good time.
You just said it. When I said it wasn't stressful or anything like that, it was kind of fun flying through the air. You know what I mean? I thought it feels like I'm like 18 again. I'm flying. I told you I wish I'd brought the wakeboard and we'd been to see if we could do some wakeboard tricks.
Someone did say that. He's like, I was about to start pulling out some wakeboard stuff.
I was actually going to ask Abby, can I come back and with the wakeboard and see if I can pull this off before I do it on water?
Someone's over there thinking about those high school days.
Exactly.
He's going 136 and catching air. He's like, man, this is fun again. I'm flying through the air.
The other thing I will say, and Connor, I've heard y'all talk about it.
Yep.
When we say it's fun, I think when I'm saying this, I'm being dead serious. Somebody needs to work on the harness for men.
Yes.
Like we need that harness is more for women.
Yes.
By all means.
Yeah. It hurts in places you don't want it to hurt.
Absolutely.
No.
That was the only problem I had the next couple of days is there was some bruising.
And on that note, we're going to take it to break. We'll be back on the WCSA show again, Warren County Sports Authorities, powered by Reddick Brown Ford. We'll be back with the Sullins Rant of the Week. We're going to go ahead and unleash that bad boy.
I got it.
She took down a photograph of our wedding day, ripped it down the middle and threw my half away, and I got nobody to blame but me.
Talk Radio WBMC News is next.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
In the Main Street Journal News, Prater's Barbecue in Morrison hosted the inaugural Phyllis Prater Memorial Steak Cook-Off on Saturday, June 14th, honoring the late Phyllis Prater's legacy in the local restaurant scene and her civic contributions. The event raised approximately $28,000 for the newly established Phyllis Prater Memorial Scholarship, which is expected to offer $2,000 awards moving forward. 23 teams from across the Southeast competed for $7,125 in total prize money, with winners including Henry DeVault and Mark Whittemore in the steak category, Ryan Purdom for ribs, and Ron Stevens for the event's top wings. Gary Prater praised the community and sponsors for making the first event a success, noting that while entry fees only covered the prizes, sponsors are necessary to drive scholarship funding. The cook-off also benefited from Bonnaroo's unexpected cancellation, with festival goers helping fill the restaurant throughout the day. Plans are already underway to make the cook-off an annual tradition, celebrating Phyllis's spirit of generosity to her community. More local news is just a click away at mainstreetjournal.llc. Until next time, I'm Rob Nunley.
Ascension St. Thomas River Park is here to listen to you because caring for you is our #1 priority. Ascension Care Teams start by understanding you, your health, and your life to deliver care that's right for you. Now offering cardiac CT angiography services, a non-invasive cardiac exam that looks at the blood vessels that supply blood to the heart and can detect if plaque has narrowed the coronary arteries. The compassionate, personalized care you've come to expect is right here in McMinnville. We're more than just a hospital, ER, and a clinic. We want to give you hope, health, and strength.
Tonight, rain is more likely with showers and possibly a thunderstorm developing later in the night with a low of 70 degrees. Wednesday, showers and possibly a thunderstorm with a high near 81. Chance of precipitation for Wednesday is 90%. Fun fact, clouds can weigh millions of pounds, yet they float because the warmer, denser air below them is even heavier. Until next time, keep shining, y'all. This is Tisha with your weather.
Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely. Nothing. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Warren County Sports Authority radio show here on 97.7 FM. Sullins, just me and you for right now, but we will have Trev back.
We'll have a Trev special appearance before it's all with.
Yeah, I know. The best part about this is what you said in the last segment, which was basically that we talked about it and said that if anything we say about Trev in the first 35 to 40 minutes that he's not here, he will never know. He will not go back and watch this. We've been doing this show for over a year now. Trev does zero prep.
Nope.
He might have a TNT power broker by the time he gets here.
Hopefully. Question before we get into.
We want to try to make a prediction.
Well, let's go back to the woodshed.
Yeah.
How many times we probably did it 50, 55 weeks before we got this opportunity?
Yeah.
We did the power broker. We started, maybe week 5, 10? Mm-hmm. How many times did Trev walk in and you'd be like, hey, man, you got a power broker? I don't have a clue.
Who y'all got?
50% of the time.
Oh, at least 50%.
At least.
Who do y'all think, man?
What do you think?
I thought about this one. What do you think? I was like, come on. I was like, it's literally named after you.
You got to do this, man. They expect you.
I was like, when we do Sullen's rant of the week, Sullen's doesn't ask me, hey, what do you think I should rant about?
Hey, 30 seconds before we're fixing to go live. What do you think?
Hey, Simmons, what do you got? give me 3 minutes.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
I've had all week, got nothing.
Yeah. All right. Hey, again, the Warren County Sports Authority, powered by Reddick Brown Ford.
Vroom, vroom.
And also, hey, get into the comment section. We have the Mud Bums gift card that we give out every week, $15 to Mud Bums, and you can get that by being the best commentator of the chat room of the night in the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Ryan Tackett on cue says Trev is strictly there for his good looks.
Oh, the style.
He actually said God looks and then corrected it to good looks.
That's what God looks like.
Hey, do you want to get into that story? Because Trev can tell a story about trying to figure out which one. Oh, you remember that story?
Yeah. Problem is, the good Lord could ride the crippler.
Hey, he'd last a full 8 seconds.
Hey, the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Tennessee summers are the best. Grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers synchronous. That's why I don't say this word. Synchronous multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to expand your Wi-Fi coverage area like Ben Lomond Connect. Plus, BLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 in value Weber grill and one of the 9 free internet monthly bill credits. Get that music ready, Cotter. All you have to do is send a picture of your family grilling, chilling, and streaming to the Ben Lomond email of marketing@benlomond.org along with your name, address, and phone number by August 31st. If you're not a customer, do not delay and go big with the Tennessee gig.
I know what's coming, I think.
Call your local BLC office or go to benlomondconnect.com. Some exclusions may apply. Hey, get that prize. And Connor, hit Trev's music.
County's most famous bull rider, boys.
Come on! I can't hear you.
Don't plug it. That's the reason you couldn't last on the bull. There you go.
I said, hey, girl, what's your name? Haven't I seen you before?
You gotta plug in, man.
I didn't know, boys. I just...
A little 8-second ride going on here.
Hey, when you strap in the bull,
is that why you only made it to 6? You didn't strap in?
What'd he say?
He said, is that why you only made it to 6? You didn't strap in?
Hey.
Trev, welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it, fellas. Glad to be here.
Right on cue we get there. What we were going to do the Sullen's rant of the week, but now that Trev's here, we'll push it to the next segment.
I'm glad I didn't miss it.
The third wheel has arrived.
Third wheel.
Trev, the message board's ringing out there. Ryan Tackett said that you're just here for your God looks, man.
Oh, hey. Appreciate it, fellas.
And he also corrected it, said good looks, but I think he was right the first time.
Hand
maybe.
in hand.
Yeah. Trev, we were talking about the last week rewind in the first one. How many comments did you get about the bull riding?
Dudes, I don't even know. Calls, texts, people coming in the office. Went to the golf simulator on Saturday. Somebody said, "Hey man, when's the last time you went to a rodeo?"
Did you use the line anymore this week?
No.
Ah,
The line's retired.
Oh,
you retired the line?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Is it one and done? One trip and done?
One trip and done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one trip and
One
done.
trip and done?
I don't believe that for a
I don't
second.
either.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
This was a last week rewind. It was brought up to me. I was at Centertown on Monday night. Somebody said that you might have attended a wedding recently.
I did.
Yeah. Don't have to say who.
Okay.
But they said that, traditionally at weddings, there's some things that happen.
Okay.
Like the bride will throw the bouquet.
Yeah.
But the guy will throw a garter, right?
Yeah.
Trev.
He got good hands.
I caught it.
Oh!
Maybe that's why the line's
Yes.
retired. Maybe he's
Hey.
Trev. Are you off the market right now?
No.
So tell us that story. Or is there much story to it?
Not much story to it. Hey, go make a play. I mean,
Did you make a play? Did you ball somebody?
yeah.
You went up over somebody up
Yeah.
the top?
Did you have a little post? Did you get a post
Nah.
position?
No, hey, sometimes you got to go over the top, boys.
Okay.
Climb the ladder?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Were they in legal guarding position? Because if they're not, it's no big deal.
Doesn't matter. I made the play.
Did you tell everybody about it after you made the play?
Not really.
I would have.
It's
You know what I
all
mean?
right.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
somebody.
big time players make
Yeah, okay.
big time plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Act like you've been there before.
Right, exactly.
Somebody at the Centertown ball field says, "Hey, ask Trev. He was they were at the wedding. He caught the garter. Ask him about it.
I like it.
So you're on deck, buddy.
Hey,
Congratulations
On the
I guess.
clock.
appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I mean, big things could be coming your way.
Hey, I'm ready whenever. I guess.
He went speechless with the garter.
I don't know.
He can ride bulls all night, but garters, not so much.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid disaster on that one.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later, Trev. I will ask this. Since you just walked in, we'll put you on the spot immediately.
Oh, geez.
Sponsored by Napa McMinnville, the Trez TNT Power Broker
got
of the
this.
Week.
Oh, he's got one.
Hey, when you think of power, you think Napa store on Beersheba Highway. When your own personal power broker, I like reading this off the computer a lot better. When your own personal power broker overpowers that old hydraulic hose, Napa has the know-how. And they have the fittings to build the hose you need to get back in the field or on the road with minimal downtime. Don't forget to check the Milwaukee Power Tools to help you power through the job at hand. When you think power, think Napa, a proud supporter of Trev's TNT Power Broker of the Week. No disclaimers needed. They are ready to support the Sports Authority and Trev with the Power Broker of the Week.
This one might be a little bit catching people off guard because we didn't really talk about it last week on the show, but me and Coach Sullins talked about it off camera. It was the U.S. Open.
Mm-hmm.
We thought it'd be finished over par, and the putt that J.J. Spawn hit to ice it was a Power Broker move.
Fair.
Yeah,
I did. What
nice
was it?
job.
63 feet.
63, 65.
It was
something like
crazy.
that.
Unreal. There's like the view. Some of the views on it
Yeah,
are ridiculous.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's going over humps. It's to cutting left to right. It's unreal.
I'll
We're gonna need one of those when we play the spring
We're
four.
gonna leave more than one probably.
I'll add to that, not only the putt, him being the Power Broker of the Week is probably the second biggest honor other than winning the U.S. Open.
Right.
He bogeyed the first 5 holes.
I know.
Unreal.
On Sunday. And honestly, I'm sitting there and maybe there's some FanDuel type stuff going on. Thinking, this cat, man, has just spit the bit out.
Yep.
And he recovered. You got to give him credit
No
just
doubt.
for that. He recovered.
The bounce back.
Absolutely.
He went and found that Milwaukee Power Tool and came right back at
Yeah,
it.
that Milwaukee
power.
putter started working pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
The Milwaukee putter.
Hey, I bet they come out with one of those. And
M18.
If they do, I'm going to buy it.
No doubt.
M18 putter. M18 M12 version.
That'd be great. Yeah, man, that's a good one.
I like
we
it.
really were wondering whether or not you were going to have a power broker or we were going to get here and you were going to be like, hey, you got anybody?
I probably would, if it would have been that, I'd have waited till a commercial to walk in here because I knew y'all were going to probably throw something at me.
We kind of let the people know when we got started back in the woodshed and we started the Power Broker. There was weeks that you would come in, you had nobody.
Nobody.
Hey guys, what
we got?
Who should I pick? I was like, I don't know, man.
Did we ever turn one down?
Yes.
Yeah, we turned a couple down.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot go there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
100%. We probably would have had some this week, depending on what you got there.
Yeah.
Hey, Chad Hatfield says that 90-minute halftime break he got was clutch.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about that.
Fair enough. Hey, keep it going on the Ben Lomond Connect message board. We'll get that $15 gift card out to somebody. We are going to take our last break on the WBMC portion of this. We will also be in OT. When we come back, we are going to do the Sullivan's Rant of the Week here on the Warren County Sports Authority radio show, which is powered by Reddick Brown Ford.
Let me tell you about a place somewhere up a New York way where the people are so gay, twisting the night away. Here they have a lot of fun, putting trouble on.
This is Chris at Reddick Brown Ford in Morrison. We believe car buying should be simple. No gimmicks, no pressure. Just the largest selection of new Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs at the best prices. Our team puts you first, making sure your experience is easy, fast, and stress-free. Come see why more drivers are choosing Reddick Brown Ford. Because when the customer comes first, everything else falls into place. Visit us today or check us out online, reddickbrownford.com, where car buying is simple.
Here at Main Street Media, we love when you win our awesome prizes. In order to keep everything fair and share the love, please remember, only one winner per household every 30 days. Prizes are available for pickup within 30 days of winning. After that, they go back in the prize closet for regifting. And finally, remember, we are always recording for later playback on air. So when you win, be excited. Woo! Thank you and good luck from Main Street Media, where everyone's a winner.
This Friday, June 20th, beat the heat with the Main Street Journal at Sundays on a Friday. From noon until 5 p.m., swing by 230 West Colville Street for free ice cream sundaes and a sweet subscription deal. Sign up for a 1-year subscription and get 3 months for free. That's just $63 for a full year of local news that matters. That's this Friday, 12 to 5 at the Main Street Media office. Come cool down, catch up, and connect with your community. The Main Street Journal. Local news every day, just a click away.
Make the places you care about more comfortable and energy efficient with TVA Energy Right. It all starts at EnergyRight.com, where you can find everything you need to lower your energy usage for your home or your business. Contact Caney Fork Electric Energy Advisors Dale or Chris at 931-473-3116 or go to EnergyRight.com to start living and working more energy efficiently. Caney Fork Electric along with EnergyRight.com for all your energy needs. Brought to you by Caney Fork Electric Cooperative and TVA.
Tennessee summers are the best, grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers synchronous multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to expand your Wi-Fi coverage area like Ben Lomond Connect. Plus, BLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 value Weber grill or one of 9 free internet monthly bill credits. All you have to do is send a picture of your family grilling, chilling, and streaming to marketing at benlomond.org along with your name, address, and phone number by August 31st. Not a customer? Don't delay and call your local BLC office today. Some exclusions apply.
Oh, why won't this work? Don't lose your cool. Call Black's Heating and Air for a preseason check-in service on your central air conditioning system. It can increase the life and dependability of your unit while reducing the chances of a very sticky situation. Unbelievable! Get that air conditioner checked now.
This is Benny Black. And this is Seth Black with Black's Heating and Air. Call today, 931-668-0785.
Benny's slogan at Black's Heating and Air is, once you've had black, you won't go back.
Mention this ad and you can get a discount.
WBMC and translator W249DQ McMinnville. WBMC.
Yeah!
Kick it! Hello, and welcome back to the Warren County Sports Authority show here on 97.7 FM WBMC. I am Jeff Simmons, and we're full deck now. We got Trev and Sullins here, and let everybody know that, hey, the disclaimer, you need to see it. You just go back and go on our Facebook page and read it. I'm not going to read all of it again. Just know that this is our show, and now Trev's included in that his thoughts and opinions are that of himself and not of WBMC, Main Street Media, any of our sponsors, anything like that. So just know. And Prater's Barbecue is our sponsor for the disclaimer. We did not mention that earlier.
Well, Trev being out is kind of thrown us off. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps
we'll
balance.
We'll get back on the track, fellas.
Yeah. Speaking of, in the Ben Lomond Connect message board, Rob did ask, Trev, is that the haircut you missed Bungie for last week?
It is. And I looked up here in the camera, and it looks good.
And apparently, also Rob said there, "Are we saving the funny stuff for the breaks? We have a good time in the breaks."
Rob's normally here in the breaks.
Yeah.
Guess he's slacking tonight.
He walked out and we said bye.
I think he was waiting for us to be like, "Hey, Trev's not going to be here for a while if you want to sit in," and nobody said that. Hey, Sullivan's Round of the Week is sponsored by Supreme Building Products, locally owned and operated since 1963. Supreme is a full-service retail lumberyard offering quality products at competitive prices. What do you need for your next home improvement project? Is it dimensional lumber? Is it roofing material? Is it Benjamin Moore paint? Supreme has all that and more. Make sure to follow Reese's FYI Fridays for the latest weekly specials. Shop local, shop Supreme Building Products. We have about 7 minutes before we'll be off the air here, so I'm going to set. I had to clean the dust off to see the time. I'm setting it at 6 minutes.
Hey, basically, that was solid. You got 7 minutes.
Yeah. I'm setting the over under at 6 minutes for the Sullivan's Round of the Week. Again, sponsored by Supreme Building Products. Hit the button.
I'm still taking the over.
I'm going under, boys. It's been a slow news week. Let's
It
be
has.
honest. I'm sitting there. I'm actually on the way over here going, what is the rant going to be? And then it comes up. The TSSAA had that emergency border control meeting today.
Yep.
All you parents out there across the globe that are listening to us on Apple and Spotify, and we will get to that. And on listen to us on WBMC. Transfer portal will be open July the 14th.
Wow.
That's when it starts. We talked about something today that came across a sports writer in the state, pretty well known. Tom Krieger said, will there be over or under 1,000 athletes transfer?
That's wild.
I thought that was kind of high, but then when you start talking about all the sports that
But he just said football, right? In the tweet.
Let's just say
I'm just saying, let's just say 1,000 for everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think that's a lot more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me look at the tweet. I thought it said just football. My bad. I didn't mean to
Calm
cut
down
you.
there, big fella.
This is the rant of the week.
My bad. Go.
Simmer.
Wow.
I know the haircut, and you become world
No,
famous bull rider.
It says football.
Thanks, brother.
I was just saying.
I'm going to hammer you at OT. I'm going to find something to get you. No, I don't disagree with what you're saying. Parents, do yourself a favor. The one-time transfer rule, here's what way I read it. You transfer, they're going to send a email to the other school. That other school has 7 days to respond. If the other school does not respond, your kid's home free. If they basically say this transfer is not for, or this transfer is for athletic or disciplinary reasons, then you got problems. I think that we're going to have a tough time with schools deciding which is the right way to go, because schools are going to be thinking, hey, if I say this about a kid that left us, will they do the same thing to us in maybe a couple months or the next year? Mm-hmm. I'm saying this to parents. Be careful what you wish for, because how many times have we seen it? We've seen multiple athletes over the years make multiple transfers.
Yep.
And a lot of times that transfer doesn't do what the parent wants it to do.
It does not.
A lot of times it has nothing to do with the school you're leaving or the school you're going to. It's that the young man or the young lady is just not maybe what you think that they are. Be careful with that transferring. When I see somebody's transferred over 3 times, there's always a red flag there. Like, you're never going to make
There's a common denominator, Coach.
You're never going to make those people happy. I don't know if happiness really comes from transferring a school. We know it's going to happen. No doubt. Let's hope that as the Wild Wild West starts, and that's kind of what people are saying.
Yeah.
That the Wild Wild West doesn't come back to bite you and start shooting your own self in the foot. That's all I got. That's pretty weak this week.
That is when you get to 4 minutes, and I talk for 30 seconds.
Travis, I think you derailed him at one point.
got
And
me
he's just
off.
like,
Well, my bad. But I just
but really,
the question was, to me, is a lot different if you say athlete, just high school athletes, whereas football players.
1,000 just seems high.
1,000's high
For
all sports.
Well, if you say football, you're just talking about boys, pretty much.
Yes.
So, but then if you say athletes, you got then girls too.
Well, if you're talking about let's say that when you're saying 1,000 athletes, you're saying in a 180-day school deal, you're going to have over 5 kids transferring every day. And I know people are going to say, well, they're not going to transfer every day, but think about that. That means 5 kids would be transferring every day in this state. In a school day, in a school year, I don't know, man. That seems like a lot to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's think about it like this, though, even more. You said that it's open season for this year,
Yes.
25-26.
Yes.
So you said the open window is
July 14th.
which
That
is a
came out
Monday.
in the last hour.
In Monday. There's only 3 weeks before most people will start class on August the 4th. And like Warren County's starting class,
Yes.
I think, on the 1st. August 1st. So you're talking about 21 days. So if you're talking about that, you're talking about 50 people leaving a day to get to 1,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the reason they decided today, July 14th, is the day.
Yeah.
Is because they think that an influx is coming, and they want to make sure that these kids will be eligible. You didn't want to wait until the school year. So July 14th is when they're going to allow.
Is that also the end of dead period?
That
I think it's pretty
Very
close.
close, I would
pretty
say.
close.
That 7-day window you're talking about, is that 7 days from whenever the transfer happens?
There's 7 days from when you get that email.
When your AD gets that email.
Yes, when the AD
Or
from the
principal.
school where the child has left from.
Okay.
Basically, you go what they're calling is a receiving school. That would be where the school's going, kids going, and a sending school is where the kid's leaving. It's 7 days from when. And I was told that there would only be one email. You don't get follow-up emails.
Wow.
One email.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, we're going to do a little
Check
bit.
the spam.
Hey, I'm seeing a little bit of the future right now, and saying that this is going to be an OT topic when we get back on there. Stick around right now because here it comes.
Yes.
The 6-minute, 5-minute, 51-second.
Listen,
Hutton
peeps.
Spring 4 preview that you're going to get when we get into there. Hey, again,
It's Jonathan Hutton from Outkick, peeps.
Yeah. Warren County Sports Authority is powered by Reddick Brown Ford.
Power stroke power.
Vroom, vroom. We'll be back in OT.
When the sun comes up on a sleepy little town down around San Antonio, and the folks are rising for another day, round about their home, the people of the town are strange, and they're proud of where they came. Where you talking about the time to grow?
For over 75 years, the green jacket has served as golf's greatest symbol of excellence. This event won't change that. But each player today holds his opportunity, emblematic of the handcrafted brilliance necessary to make McMinnville history.
Is it his time? Yes! There's your champion. Oh, what a shot! The return to glory. Absolutely incredible.
These gutsy teams face a steep test. So many have first-hand knowledge of the country club's Highland Rim undulation. Expectations? High drama paired with glorified grandeur.
This is the part of this game that really betrayed him yesterday, his putting. Moments where it became really hard for him to make anything. 5 consecutive bogeys.
A competitive, smooth, elegant, professional, distinguished challenge. These verbs and adjectives unlikely to be used, left available to describe other tournaments played here. Scorecards treat bogeys as birdies. Greens in regulation, cherished. Made putts, a contribution. A crown awaits the victor. Acknowledgement that his good enough was as good as anyone's on this day. To win here puts one in golf's exclusive club. Their names cemented with local sports legends on McMinnville's Rushmore. Jeff Wannick, Kat Walker, C.J. Taylor, and Pamela Rogers. Then there's today, an offer of opportunity. Warren County's distinguished golf club has embraced necessary change over the many years since opening in 1964. And after today, It's not innovation, but renovation up next. That's due to the brutality of 9 hardscaping holes. Softscaping follows, courtesy of McCorkle. But not today. Not until one team claims the best of its rival. Who will be the master of the Spring 4?
4, please. Now driving.
Reddick Brown Ford, Douglas and Lanier, and Hibbets from 3-Star Mall proudly present Main Street Journal's unparalleled coverage with limited commercial interruption. Tons of fun will be had throughout the most exaggerated half-round ever chronicled in Warren County golf history. A rare July event with a title featuring not summer, but spring. Because this is the real fling. The Main Street Journal and WBMC so proudly present the Spring 4. This truly is God's country. You see a cadre of contenders who are primed to make their case for glory, earning the bragging rights of a king, though rights of prima nocta not confirmed. What is? The ability to already call this day a win, because these efforts are a display of a tapestry of golf at quite the highest fundraising level, benefiting Meals on Wheels. One could assume today's donations will provide, in a single day, more funding to the nonprofits' needs than what the city may or may not provide over an entire fiscal year. You see here some of today's golfers already showing the effects of July's sweltering conditions. No doubt these men will feel their faith truly tested this afternoon. This is a live look-in from the tournament practice facility, also known as the driving range, where several are swinging a big stick, looking to drive the distance and reach the dense boundary line of trees in your background there. Those roots protect a trail of history. Hundreds of empty beer cans left behind by the former pro shop attendants who were a fortunate few to call this course a workplace, though hardly any work was ever done. This just an example of the timeless memories made and to be made, because today we record a bonus hit to the club soundtrack. We're going to bring it in live here in the air-conditioned 19th hole overlooking the bar. Hello, friends, and welcome to this tradition unlike any other. The Spring 4 finally arrives. Jonathan Hutton here. A serious shout out to the listeners of the Warren County Sports Authority. And I'm being serious. Let me say how fortunate you were allowed to feel for being able to hear the show. I'll explain why. This program is a timeless example of how to keep local radio exactly where it should be kept. Local. Local radio is about your town, your community, your friends, your neighbors. Local radio provides a true public service every time the mic is hot. You know, it gets to me. Many believe radio is dying. McMinnville is a great example of why I am proud to say it is not. Local radio is a vibrant, strong, and consistent symbol of your heritage and community spirit. A place for conversation. Maybe some disagreements, but not arguments. So today, a toast to WBMC, Star 107, Wow Country, The Ticket, and to the Main Street Journal. I tip my cap to the on-air hosts and those producing great content behind the scenes, as well as to the loyal listeners, because if you're listening right now, you are a day one season ticket holder who make up the foundation of what those in the big city don't really understand. They don't get the impact of local radio. Cheers.
4, please. Now driving.
Look where he's aiming.
Oh, I heard that hit something.
Oh, the tree, didn't it?
Oh,
good. Could be another quadruple bogey coming right here.
Boys. I don't even know if we can add it.
No notes, Hutton. No notes.
Hey, we're done. See y'all.
And we're out.
We don't even do the rest of the categories. We're just going to thank our sponsors and get out of here. Hutton threw in the Hibbets at one point.
Yeah.
Hibbets, but there's 2 other things he threw out.
Go ahead.
One that was, I think that we got overlooked. We'll get to the main one in a second.
All right.
He threw out the word kings.
Ooh.
It's been a pretty hot topic here in McMinnville.
Hey, before you get to that, let us let everybody know that the Warren County Sports Authority, the views and opinions expressed on that are ours and not of Main Street Media, Main Street Journal, WBMC, anything like that. And we are sponsored by Prater's Barbecue. Disclaimer.
Yes.
It's sponsored by Prater's Barbecue. Craving legendary barbecue and chicken tenders? Head out to Highway 55 to Prater's Barbecue, where Southern flavor meets backyard charm.
Hey, that's where I went for lunch today, Jeff, and I know you're doing that meal thing, $10 or whatever.
Yeah.
When you get to $10, going out there to Prater's.
Go to Prater's, I can get a good 10 one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Hey, whether you're after slow smoked ribs, juicy pulled pork, mouth-watering brisket, or maybe some great smoked wings, Prater's has you covered. Enjoy hearty portions, homemade sides, and friendly service in a relaxed family atmosphere. Perfect for lunch breaks, family dinners, or game day gatherings. 9576 Manchester Highway, 635-2259. That is Prater's Barbecue, the sponsor of our disclaimer, which we needed. Brian Kell in the Ben Lomond Connect message board just said, now that was some Blue Raiders script writing right there. Frank Fisher says, drop the mic. Hutton.
Appreciate it.
Round of applause.
Great
Can we
job.
get one?
Even gave our boy
You
C-Dub a shout out.
You actually have a round of applause.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit it.
Hit it.
Please.
Hang on, it takes a second to get there.
That's local radio. Thank you, Mr. Hutton.
We appreciate it.
The hat's amazing, too.
Now his reference of king has nothing to do with the reference that everybody else is using. I just found it when he used the word. I thought, hey, that's going to be a great one.
He brought up prima nocta.
But then he brought up an oldie but a goodie on the Mount Rushmore.
They got the comment section going.
And we know our listeners.
Yeah.
We know what they wanted. And let's be honest, he delivered.
He did.
When he brought up Jeff Womack.
Yep.
Give me the Mount Rushmore. Jeff Womack.
C.J. Taylor.
C.J. Taylor. There's another one.
Oh, I can't. Who was the third one? It was CJ. It was Jeff Womack, C.J. Taylor. Who was the one in the middle? Because I know who was last.
But I know who was last.
Yeah, he had one more. But the one that he said that dropped the mic was.
If you had to form a Nitro girl on your
Pamela Rogers.
If you had Pamela Rogers being mentioned on your bingo
Did
card
I
tonight,
Did I not send that to y'all?
No,
I thought I sent you that clip.
Yes.
Maybe I didn't listen to the whole
It was he cut it off
Right
right
at the end.
Okay.
Because I heard it, dude, and I about started dying.
I'm glad I hadn't heard it.
Thank you, Chassie Reisner and Laura Kate Miller. Cat Walker.
Those are legends.
Jeff Womack.
Yes.
Cat Walker. C.J. Taylor.
You remember
Pamela Rogers.
Let's be honest. we've talked about TCAP test.
Yep.
Yes.
C.J. Taylor.
Yep.
Cat Walker.
Yep.
Jeff Womack.
Jeff Womack. Yeah.
Pamela Rogers. Which one doesn't go? You know what I mean? Most third graders would understand that.
You would think.
That was literally when he sent it to me over the weekend and I listened to it for the first time, I had to pause it and stop. Again. I started cracking up for about a good 2 solid minutes. Laugh, and then I thought I had videoed it and sent it to y'all, and I guess I did.
Yeah, because I put Pamela Rogers with a bunch of laughing faces, and then I said, "Man, you should have waited to get our live reaction on that."
I think Sullins just.
I didn't. I had never heard that.
I think Sullins was actually. He's got the shirt that says "I'll be on the boat." Yes. I think he was on the water this weekend. He was just like, "Yeah, cool, whatever."
No big deal. But I will say this: I didn't think we'd ever have back-to-back weeks talking about bull riding.
I don't want you to clarify.
Just saying.
That's a sport, Jeff.
C-Dub, do you know who it is?
Who?
You know who Pamela Rogers is?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. The comment section. Let him know.
If you want to get the $15 Mud Buns card, let C-Dub know who Pamela Rogers is. You might be able to. I don't know. This might be getting a lot of. Send them a link.
Any links you don't know, C-Dub, be careful.
There is a chance.
It'll be all right.
There is a chance the disclaimer will not save us.
Yeah.
Chad was outside when I came in. He may be circled.
No, he's gone. He's gone. I checked.
Jessica
I bet he circled back.
Jessica Ray.
She is classic with comments.
Ben Lomond Cadet message board. Jessica Raper, I don't think you can. They call the underage one the bull.
We'll have to blame this on Outkick.
Hutton, what have you done to our
What
show?
have you done to the show?
Appreciate you, Big Cat. Again, you're on the Warren County Sports
Hey,
Authority.
maybe tell Town Talk wants to get a guest.
Oh, yeah.
That would probably be a good one.
Yeah. Be a tremendous one.
That would
Good
get some
luck.
views. That would get some
Always
views.
good. She's gotten views in Warren County before. Oh, good gracious. All right, we're in the Warren County Sports Authority, powered by Reddick Brown Ford. Let you know that if you're in the market for the vehicle, you can make a short drive to 55 on Morrison and visit Reddick Brown, which has the largest selection and the best prices of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. Jordan, the service manager at Reddick Brown Ford, and his team are making car care easy with complimentary pickup and delivery to get your car or truck service. Certified technicians that will do the job right. You can schedule service at ReddickBrownFord.com.
Vroom, vroom.
He said, DJ Rowland said that would help their views tremendously. Coach is on to something.
I think that could be a week long, like a mini series.
Caleb Underhill just said it said that. What DJ said. He just hit it with a ditto.
Well done, Hutton.
Oh man. Oh man, I knew this show was gonna go somewhere.
We had no idea. I thought it was a slow week.
Oh mercy! Thank you, Ben Lomond Connect message board getting off. It's going crazy. I knew
This is going to be a tough one tonight. Like who's winning the gift card? You know what I mean? It's going to be tough.
Yeah, DJ's doing a good job. Jessica
that
always stirs the pot.
Yeah, she'll stir it with the best of it.
Yeah. So, oh man, so she can message and say if she wins it, she can tell me who to give it to, or if she might come back and get it. So, all right. Again, and the gift card is a Mud Bums $15 gift card because hey, if you want hot wings, head over to Mud Bums. If you want hot takes, stick around because apparently either we're going to give one or Hutton or somebody's going to our
comment
listeners.
section.
Yeah, Pizza and Wrap Wednesday is here at Mud Bums. Craving some delicious pizza or a fresh wrap? Join every Wednesday from 4 p.m. until close for irresistible deals. One topping pizzas for $6.99 and enjoy 10% off all wraps.
I saw over the
I
weekend.
went to Mud Bums today.
I saw over the weekend that Mud Bums doesn't cancel because of the weather.
No, they do not.
Exactly.
Did he tag the city in that too?
He did.
I saw it on Snap. Did he put it on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, he put it on Facebook. I think he tagged the city in it as well. Oh, mercy.
I bet we don't.
Connor put that comment on the screen. Oh man, DJ. Ben Lomond Cadet. If Pamela's on Damn Talk, can we get the bull on Sports
Hey, because
Authority?
we're equal opportunity. You know what I mean? Right. we do all views.
We want to hear both sides of the story.
Yeah.
See you in the future. Are you ready to tackle any job in Middle Tennessee, from powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and construction to steel chainsaws? Krebs Kubota has what you need. Your dealer of choice for sales, service, and rentals. Visit Krebs Kubota in Murfreesboro and experience the Krebs way. That's Krebs Kubota at 615-890-1200. And you can also find them at KrebsKubota.com, 615-890-1200. Seeing the future. We're going to need a better disclaimer next week. I don't think it's going to be a joking around one. It's going to be a super serious one.
Hey, it'll be you stick to the script.
Yeah.
Say this.
You're going to make sure you're going to read this at 5:06. You're going to read this at 6:03.
And every one of you are going to read it.
Yeah.
You're going to pass it.
We're going to go around the table.
I, Jeff Simmons.
Not only are you going to read it, you're going to sign it.
Jeff's going to have a Bible. We got to put our...
Connor, you're going to have to do it too. Yeah.
I never say anything bad. Why would I have to read it?
Fair. Yeah, right.
As soon as he sees some pictures, he's going to say something bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find who this person is.
Buddy, whatever you do, let us know. Caleb Underhill says on the Ben Lomond Cadet message board, see in the future, comment section will be turned off. No more comments for y'all. No more hunting audios.
Ain't not only that. See in the future, I see us back in the woodshed.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
They're
Clear the table off, Jeff.
They're going to go back to COVID times and put like 6-foot barriers between us in different rooms.
The next time we're on live, it'll be Jeff's trees will be 12 foot again.
Yeah, I didn't really have anything else for see in the future. Did anybody else have? I mean, let's go back. Let's go back to the topic you were ranting about, which was see in the future. So, do we really think it'll be 1,000? I don't. No. More so, let's just take it local. Do we see this? Do you see this in the future affecting Warren County immediately?
I see 5.
You think? Do you think there'll
I
be
think
5?
It'll be 5.
Yep.
Wow.
I agree.
I just think that because we live in that generation. Everybody talks about. We all know it. The grass is greener, and you're going to see some young men, young ladies, some athletes in this community that says, "Hey, I can go elsewhere and maybe help my future endeavors, get more playing time." I think that's going to happen. Yeah. I really believe that. And I think you'll see 5.
And some might, but it's like you said, Coach, the grass isn't always greener.
No.
And again, too, this would be what I will be interested
What's
in
your
seeing.
take on it?
I think it'll be less than 5.
Okay.
Here would be the question that I have. You've been a coach at the high school. You know that you kind of know the premise that the high school used to take on this subject.
Yes.
Seeing the future, will they be that lax about it, or will they actually be somebody? Will they be standing up for this? Because we've been in those meetings before where kids went to very close areas, and you really could have said, "Listen."
Let's hey.
But our school system was basically like, if they don't want to be here, we don't want to bother with it.
And in some ways, I totally agreed with that over time.
Yeah.
Why do I want to be the guy that fights it when that young man doesn't want to play here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we make him come back here. All it does is create
more problems,
issues.
Yep.
So I understand that, but let's be real. Nobody wants to admit this, but we always try to say what most people want.
Yep.
Will not.
Yeah.
We know there's some young men that left the Warren County program in many different sports that didn't follow TSSAA, bona fide change of residence and all that stuff. They had apartments and stuff, but they still lived at home. We all knew this. It went on. Now, how this works, I think that Warren County will still handle it the same way. That's my personal opinion. What's your take? He's found out.
Jeff Griffin sent a link in the.
Hey, Painted Barn came through. Yeah. Hey, imagine that. Painted Barn had pictures. I didn't mean it that way, man. I said he had pictures. I didn't say it that way.
Going back to your point, I don't think that you can. Rob Nunley just said it in the Ben Lomond Cadet message board. How hard is a kid going to work for your team if they try to transfer and you block it?
Yeah.
At some point, if a kid goes, they're gone. If you really want to stop them from playing somewhere else, that's fine, but you're not going to get them back. So if you're not going to, then really do you – Jeff Griffin said I did not have a camera back then.
I didn't mean –
Sorry.
I didn't mean it like that.
We didn't mean it like that,
I didn't mean it like that.
Way to come through with the link, though.
Thank you for letting Connor know.
Yeah, Connor's very, very appreciative of you sending that link.
Connor will be out of the office for a minute.
He did mean that.
But, okay, they have talked about these are the reasons. Mm-hmm. It's academic, mental health. Mm-hmm. The two it can't be is you can't leave for disciplinary reasons or athletic reasons.
Yep.
We have said this. Let's say a young man or young lady leaves, and they say it's for mental reasons. Mm-hmm. I think that school knows we can't.
That's not a bad. That's a slippery slope.
We can't fight that. That's a slippery slope. Do you? Not saying that you would have a mom or dad that would push it, but if that school says no, that opens up a ton of litigation, in my opinion.
Especially if they've actually said, "Look, I'll show you the emails where we brought this up." Hey, this is where we had this conversation about this before, and then we're saying there's the documentation that we had a problem with it. We're leaving because of the mental health reasons, and you're not really. If you fight us, like you said, we'll see you in court, not on the court, in court.
And when we talk about Tom Krieger, I mean, I would say that most people say Tom Krieger knows this. He's plugged in. He knows the state.
He puts it out.
He puts it out. I would want to ask him, when he puts out the number 1,000, there's a reason he said that. He didn't say, I think, 50. He's thinking this is going to happen all over this state in a way that we've never seen because, hey, it's not been a rule. Yep. My question to you would be this, Jeff. Does Tom know, or does Tom think, or is the thinking what you're saying? Schools aren't going to say no.
Yep.
So they're going to let you do this one time. It's not an official one-time transfer with no repercussions, but in some ways, is it?
It kind of seems like it.
Kind of seems like it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to, as we do this, I'm trying to pull up the classifications and the alignments and trying to figure out, going to the next cycle, about how many teams there are just in football. And you're talking about,
is it 300?
It's like 300.
It's 300, I believe. Is it not?
300 exactly.
Okay.
300 exactly. So you're talking about, if it got to 1,000, you're really only talking about 3 kids a team.
3 kids a team. I could almost see that.
Yeah,
because
there's going to be schools that lose. I mean, like you said, we put the number at 5 for Warren County. If Warren County loses 5, and then we say there's 300 schools that participate in football, which means they probably participate in general. That's probably the litmus test. There's at least 300 schools participating in some kind of sports. Those schools just have to lose like 3.3. We're saying 5 for Warren County. There's going to be schools that lose. Let's think about this. What do you? We're thinking in Warren County terms.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think's about to happen in Rutherford County?
I was fixing to say, do you think there'll be 100 in Rutherford County
alone?
And then all of a sudden, when you say Rutherford County 100, I'm like, that's probably low.
Yeah. And then also
there'll be more than 100 in Rutherford County.
For sure. Some of these counties that have 10 or 11 schools, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I've been wanting to get to that school for years, and I just couldn't do it because they wouldn't let me. Now I can. I'm going.
What about the kids that, they had to move schools because Rutherford County rezoned? So then, if they want to go back to Blackman or Oaken or whatever, then they can just go.
Yeah, you're almost. It's almost be like you're talking about just trading sports, pretty much. Like, hey, if I'm in Rutherford County and I'm like, I can't be good at every single sport, but maybe I could be really good at baseball, and if that sacrifices basketball, so be it. It's almost like a trade off. Like, bring me the baseball players, and my basketball kids can head out. We're not going to fight you for the basketball kids as long as you don't fight us on the baseball kids.
We talk about 5 in Warren County, and I think we would consider that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Every year maybe you're seeing 1 or 2. When you get to 5, maybe 10 in Warren County, you're thinking, hey, that's a lot of kids that are moving. My question would be this: is this a rule that is being put in place that almost will have more effect when it comes to metro urban areas than it does rural areas?
Yes.
Oh, I think absolutely.
You mean, because if I'm at Pickett County, how many other places can I really get to?
Right.
And when I say Pickett, you understand where I'm saying.
I understand.
But when you're sitting there in Rutherford County and there's 12 to 15 schools that are within driving distance, maybe 1,000. If it's 1,000 in football, if that happens before the start of football season, the Wild Wild West that everybody said in the TSSAA is not going to happen, happened.
Yeah, if you get 1,000 before the season and it opens July 14th,
yes,
that is the Wild West.
You were the high school basketball coach for 8 years.
Yes.
You had 2 separate point guards that came in at some point from Murfreesboro.
Yes.
And because you made a really good point that I was about to ask. You're talking, when you start thinking about that, we're thinking about Warren County kids. Where do you think so if we lose 5, they're transferring even down, you would think, right? We're not talking about I just don't foresee. I mean, there is one kid that I would say that is that represents Warren County that could probably go anywhere in the state in their sport. And that's because they just finished second in the state in their sport.
Saldana.
He could go anywhere and he could go. But everybody else in Warren County, you're really talking about if you're transferring, you're probably going level down on that. Murfreesboro kids, and then all of a sudden you're really, like you just said, you're kind of getting into the transfer portal with the Murfreesboro kids that are trying to do that. And people are like, I kind of want the kid, I want the 6th man on Blackman's team more than I want the 5th person on Warren County's or something like that.
Yep.
It's gonna be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I think that's where you're really gonna see it, is when you're gonna almost see like some swapping out of in Rutherford County, where some of those sports just end up trying to stand their ground and say, look, we'll be good in this sport and this sport. If you want to take our kid in that sport, that's fine. But don't fight us when we take your kid in our sport.
Yeah. So what you're getting at is what you're fixing to see is the biggest and baddest and the strongest programs are going to get even bigger and more dominant.
It would not shock me at all.
Yeah,
the Maryvilles, the Oaklands, the football powerhouses, the Bradley Centrals of the world. Yeah, I think
I agree.
Bradley Central girls basketball. That'd be interesting in like a Coffee County girls basketball who's been pretty strong. Do they start pulling people and people going that? Because I really do think it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for people at Warren County where if you don't have an established sport that will attract people in, then the first thing that you're going to get pulled through.
They can't get off that topic, can they?
Ben Lomond Connect, the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Jonathan Hutton just popped in and he said, "Hey, I know I missed it, but I know it played because my girlfriend Pamela has dominated the chat."
Yes. Hey, Hutton, it played.
It did,
and it played well.
Yep.
Yes. Hey,
it was under par.
DJ Rowland says parents and kids better use their best judgment, or there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings down the road. I do not.
I don't disagree with that.
Don't disagree with that at all. Rob Nunley did say Paul Willis needs to get some blue chippers in here. So, hey, I mean that might be this might be the time where Warren County has put a stake in the ground and say we're going to try to be really good in this sport. And I know people don't want to hear this. Then you're going to have to go out and kind of recruit. Sorry. I mean, the word, I know that word is going to be one that people are like, yeah, you can't do that.
Well,
come on.
Yeah, that's where we go back to what we've talked about. There's some common sense involved. If you think that if Tom Krieger is putting out that 1,000 student athletes may transfer just in football,
and then go read maybe the next 5 comments underneath it, I guarantee are all people talking about it.
If you're telling me you don't think coaches are involved, as a coach, you've got to change your mindset, and you may not have to change it this year.
It's coming.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
That's the world we're living in now.
It's a 1,000%.
It's coming.
It is. Every sport just became AAU sports when it comes to picking out players.
Okay,
and to
you brought up Saldana.
Mm-hmm.
He is a track and field athlete.
Yep.
It's a team, but it's not really. He can go compete at anywhere. If he throws it 60 feet, he throws it 60 feet.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
I don't know if those sports will be the ones that you're really worried about kids leave. Now, I will say this. We don't have a track.
Bingo.
Yeah.
We don't have facilities. We're not supporting that sport. You may see some of those sports that are really being supported pull those type of athletes. I can understand that.
Yep. There's a school that is a rival right here that's only about 35 minutes away that usually puts out like an A team, a B team, and a C team when it comes to track.
So you could see that in the future. And you may not see it this year with that young man.
No.
But you may see if we don't get the facilities you want, they're just pulling you left and right.
Yeah, and again too, and I'm not saying because for everything I understand that the Saldanas, they're pretty. He's got family here. We're just using it as he's just so good.
Absolutely,
that he's the first kid that it makes me think. If some other school really wanted somebody from Warren County, the first call they're making is, "Hey, you remember that kid that was second in the state? That's a junior that's coming back." Yeah, I think. Maybe we give him a call. And that might happen. That doesn't mean he's going to go. But those conversations are going to start happening right now, up until July 14th, and all the way into August when the school starts.
And I think as a coach, you'll just have to change the way you look at how a team is put together. Mm-hmm. We talked about picking a team. Now you may, as a coach, know that, hey, I'm in line for nobody's ever going to come out and say that I've talked to a student athlete. Yep. But that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So the dynamics of it's changing. High school athletics has changed.
You talk about
a lot in the last 24
transfer
months.
portal, the recruiting, but something we hadn't talked about is NILs in high school now too, boys.
Absolutely.
So now you get a couple local businesses, and maybe not here, but in the borough, you got some big-time business owner that's a Blackman alum or whatever, and he throws just a few thousand.
I've always said the same thing. I don't understand how the Blackman Blaze don't have the best baseball team in the entire state if David Price wanted them to. Because, David Price went to Blackman, and that guy, if you go, no, it's not that.
Well,
go look at his contracts while he was in the pros.
Pretty
Google
nice
him. Google him. He's like if he decided he wanted to say, hey, I'm just going to throw $1 million at this.
A lot of zeros came in those contracts.
Yeah. Well, a guy when you talking about guys with career earnings in like the nine figures, if they wanted to have a really good team, they could. I mean, we've seen this isn't any different than what we're talking about in college sports.
Yes.
Now it can just trickle into high school
trickling
sports.
down.
And then when do we get to middle school?
I think that's coming in the next 5 to 10.
Hey,
I do.
I
do.
In jest, it's already happening in Warren County, is it not?
Yes.
It's not NILs and everything, but county. You hear it all the time in county basketball. People position themselves to go to certain schools to go play and stuff like that.
Yes.
This stuff is that's just how it is anymore.
Now,
and if you're not trying to play the game, you're losing the game.
The game has changed, and you better understand how to play it. It's just that simple.
Danny Fish, Ben Lomond Connect message board just says it plain and simple. We will lose more players than we will gain.
Yep.
And you know when Danny says that, I've been in Danny's position. I will totally agree.
Yep.
I don't, and that's
tough. It's tough.
It is tough.
But the thing that Danny knows, and I think the thing that you know then is, hey, you just got to work with what you
got.
got.
Work with what you got.
Make the best out of it. Make that situation as good as it can possibly be, and hopefully you can hold on to what you can hold on to. Chad Hatfield says Price's nephew is now a freshman at Tullahoma on basketball and baseball teams.
Well, he made $248 million, so he could donate a little to both.
Look, I'm not spending David Price's money for him. He doesn't have to. I'm just saying those are situations you start thinking about.
Well, think about where we were 2 years ago versus where we're at now. Now think about it in 2028.
Yeah.
If you think today it's going to be the same way as it will be in those 3 years, you don't understand how this works. My biggest concern is what Danny's talking about. I'm not saying we're always at a disadvantage being in a rural area, but the metropolitan deals, Danny has got a great group of athletes.
He absolutely.
I think that great group of athletes that he's got this year are Warren County through and through, and they want to see where they can go. Let's say that this happened 3 years earlier, and a kid, and I mean this with all due respect, you go watch Keaton Reno play, and he's a jaw-dropping kid.
Yep.
Okay? In 3 years, the next Keaton Reno walks on Warren County's basketball floor, and he's a freshman. And he goes and starts doing some of these things in AAU, and some coach or AAU handler says, hey, I'll give you this amount of money if you'll go to go to this school and play high school. Danny will tell you that those things are going on, and it's only going to get more in depth.
It happens in summer all the time
Absolutely.
already. Why would it not start happening in high school when they think you have it? Danny Fish also said players will start recruiting players as much as not as much coaches recruiting them.
I agree.
And he's not wrong.
I agree.
You kept we had that discussion a long time. We had that discussion with CJ at one point that I really thought that there was going to be an influx when CJ was a junior and senior. That I was like, if CJ really wanted to, he probably could get 5 or 10 kids to come here and play if he put the word out. Now CJ I think CJ kind of had I can do this
Yeah, but
myself,
it's the other
boys.
way around.
Yeah,
really.
it was the other way around.
Yeah.
They were-
We know CJ was
dudes
getting
were calling
recruited.
him daily, saying, "Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey man,
Are you talking about that school down there that's got that big O?
Oh yeah.
Those kids.
more than that one."
They had that jump man deal.
Yeah.
Huh? That's a pretty big sign they got down there.
That is.
Yeah. And hey, look, and if anybody's over there going, "Oh, now y'all are just throwing shade," well, I don't care.
I
Don't care at
promise.
all.
We're not throwing shade. That's what's
what's happening. It's
It
already
I-
happening.
Now
I
it's
promise.
it's
I was there.
I don't want to say it's legal.
It's hard to enforce.
It's not as frowned upon.
It's not as frowned upon, and it's going to be really hard to enforce unless you want to go into the court system when someone comes out and says we're leaving for
The
X,
gray
Y, and Z."
area just got a lot.
We're
bigger.
we're very fortunate this year that boys basketball team has that group of seniors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Let's say that group was, like I said, let's say they were freshmen or sophomores right now.
Yep.
It's just like we're talking with CJ. Those kids, there's going to be a lot of they'd be a lot of pulling. They'd be a lot of questions. They'd be asked. People would be asking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would you be willing?
They put the bug in the ear.
A bug in the ear. Not saying that kid
No.
would or wouldn't,
Yep.
but bugs would be put in ears.
This is also going to put an onus on, especially in an area like you said, a rural area that could be pulled from in a place like Warren County. This is going to put a huge onus, and you have to get coaching hires right.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you become a place where
Absolutely.
coach turnover becomes prevalent, those players will leave when their coach leaves. You'll see it because they
They'll
can.
if they
Well,
can, they'll go where their coach goes.
And they might go where their coach
Well,
goes.
not only
exactly.
that, you make a bad hire that maybe happened a couple years ago, and you may have five. Hey, five
It already
kids.
happened, but now it's even easier.
Yeah, but you may just have 5 kids and say, "Boom, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
that could
That sets your program back a lot longer than a year.
that doesn't set your program back for a season. That
Yeah.
could set your program back for 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, you already saw that in Warren County because we know there are kids that you would
Yes.
sit there and say, if you had X, Y, and Z right
Yes.
now, this would be a different program.
Yes.
But you don't, and that can be because you have to get good hires right now. For that being said, when we keep talking about this, what is it? We talk about big versus small. Big wins a lot.
Yep.
Well, Warren County is still big compared to a lot of the areas around it. Can you go grab some small? You're going to have to go get some of these players and say, I mean, we've said this for years. I'm not saying it's Warren County has to make itself attractive enough that kids from those areas will say, because we're still 6A, 4A and everything. So it's like, hey, if I want to go play on that level, I don't have to go to Murfreesboro. I can just go to Warren County.
Even to
But
me,
But you're going to have to make yourself attractive for that.
I don't disagree with what Jeff's saying, and he is right about being attractive. I think you and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
What would make kids want to come here right now?
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
You understand what I'm trying to say? You have to
20
make some changes in that, correct?
20 wins in a district basketball title.
But the basketball team right now is in pretty decent. But they're not in a
Yeah.
position where they're out. They're trying to rebuild.
No,
something.
no.
There's some things that are in pretty good shape. Football wise, not knocking it, but what's attractive about it?
I think that
No, that's not. Hey, we've said it before. That's not knocking it.
No.
But what would be what's your selling point? How are you selling it?
a new track,
Okay.
a new athletic facility,
okay.
stuff like that. I mean,
Okay.
at some point that's going to have to. Are you in? Are you out?
I would like to know the answers to these questions from this opinion I'm fixing to throw out.
Go ahead. So
You say 300 football teams.
Yep.
In 10 years, do we lose 25 to 50 football teams that say we can't compete with that? We'll co-op with other schools.
I think you're
That's
right.
a fascinating point.
I think you're right.
You understand where I'm going with that?
Could you lose 10% of your football? So it's the 30. Could you lose
10% of your football teams that say we can't compete with
Yes.
that? They're getting our best kids every single year.
Yes.
We can't get coaches to come. We never brought this up. Coffee County went through a coaching change this past summer. What did that coach at Coffee County say?
The one that left?
Yeah, that left.
He remind me, but yeah, it was basically.
But he talked about his health problem, but he said the biggest reason I'm leaving is they can't get enough people in here to help me compete against the programs that we're competing against.
Yep.
That's what he said, word for word.
Yep.
Hey, they got 12 assistants. I'm trying to get 5.
We almost lost our football team 7 when Coach Tom Moore was here. I know there was rumblings of, hey, if we because there was some times where
it was pretty
you'd walk into school and it'd be like, well, we started with this many players, but now that whole lunch table is football players that aren't on the team anymore, and we're in the middle of the season.
Yeah, there was a year where less than 100 kids were playing football in Warren County from 3 to 18.
But let's just not say Warren County because there's a lot of other counties that are going to go through the same.
But I'm just saying, if we are.
There's other schools that are going to go. I mean,
that's a fascinating. That would be a fascinating seeing the future on that one.
I would say in 10 years you'll lose 25 TSSAA football teams minimum.
Yep.
They'll say, hey, we're not going to do this. We will co-op with another school and let that other school have those headaches of trying to keep kids, players, keep our facilities, keep coaches. I can see that. It's almost like what's happening in the NCAA today.
I don't disagree. Yeah, that some of them are just saying it goes back to the question I just asked you: are you in or are you out? And some people are going to say, "I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out. I just can't do it." Ben Lomond Connect message board. Caleb Underhill says, "I'm worried about even having the athletes just from seeing how different city leagues are now compared to 15 years ago."
Mm-hmm. I understand that.
I wrote it 8 years ago. I wrote it 8 years ago and said, hey, look, it might not happen now, but give it time. You're going to understand that how these city leagues are going right now, they're going to hurt our athletic programs at the middle school and the high school level. Welcome to reality. I said it 8 years ago. People were saying, oh, you're being Chicken Little. Look at our programs right now. Danny Fish says, what are your thoughts on keeping our kids? I lose 2 guys, and we are reeling. If I lose 2 guys, we are reeling. I have kids that will be recruited from now until August. I do think that he'll keep his kids.
I do.
Yeah.
But he's not wrong. One to 2 kids from his program, especially in that top 7, changes the entire complexion of his program.
What Danny's going through starting today, but July 14th when they put him in, is something that he's never had to deal with. And I never dealt with it as a coach.
Yeah.
You're dealing with they can do this now. And it's not, hey, they've got to move. There were some hurdles that had to be jumped. Yep. That hurdle doesn't have to be jumped as high now. It's
like one of the
it's almost a straight line.
We have. There's just nothing in the middle. You can just run through that bad boy.
He's exactly right. And when I bring it up, hey, let's be honest. If Danny Fish's son's Devin Fish last name isn't Fish, you don't think that there be people saying, let's go talk to Devin Fish?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, guys, this is what we're living in today's time.
Not even talking about basketball, but all it takes is one domino to fall.
Yeah.
Once one person does it, then somebody else has a bad day of practice, and they say, hey, well, Jimmy's in wherever balling out.
Yep. It will start at BCAT on Friday, is what Fish says. He's not wrong. That subtle conversation off to the side becomes a look. You're like,
I'm glad Danny brought that up because he's bringing something up that really, and I like Coach John Wild, and he knows I love Coach John Wild. He's and Danny will know, one of the most respected guys in this area when it comes to coaching. Multi-time state championship guy. He brought up a comment the other day on a tweet where he basically says, if you've got a kid that's a D1 type athlete and you're not at BCAT, you're doing that kid a disservice. Now, I'm going to throw this back to John Wild. I am a coach with a pretty good basketball team, and now I'm taking my team down to BCAT, and 60 other coaches are going to now try to swarm my team.
Yep.
I didn't have to worry about that at BCAT 24 months ago.
Nope.
In BCAT, when we say that's it's a basketball summer camp that's hosted by the Basketball Coaches Association of Tennessee, where the best of the best are starting to come year after year. 5 years ago, BCAT didn't see this coming.
No.
They didn't see this coming 5 years ago.
It's the story that we told about when K-Ron was getting recruited by Tennessee Tech. Justin Matheny, I bet he's told you the same story. K-Ron showed up at a camp, went down there and dominated, and Justin said, hey, we need to keep that kid away from every college ever. He goes up to Tennessee maybe the next weekend, and he's offered by Florida. And
And Fish is bringing up a good point, and you're bringing up a good point. I mean, hey, dude, we took our team to MTSU, and there were a couple kids on our team that I know other high school coaches talked to them while they're there, and that was just at MTSU. I couldn't imagine at BCAT when you have a ton of high school programs over there. And I'm not saying that it was anything more than a greeting or anything like that, but greetings happen for a reason.
Bug in the ear.
Yeah. That's no. I mean,
you know, when I was playing, you know who never came and introduced herself to me?
The other
college coach.
Yeah.
I don't think an opposing high school coach ever said, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah. they hit me up on the handshake line on the way out.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, there's just going to be a lot of different things there. It's a fascinating. So it's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out in the next month or so, because you're right. 1,000 it was the number when you said
Trevor
that.
was right. He said 1,000 football, and really that went over my head. But the more I think about that, if you're going to say that honestly schools are not going to contest this, it'll be more than 1,000.
So that's the avoiding disaster too.
You want to hit it?
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just
189 schools at BCAT.
Golly, my comment section keeps freezing.
189. Avoiding Disaster, sponsored by Adam Wood with Farm Bureau. His office is located right across from Country Club Market in the shopping center, and the phone number is 931-668-7075. It's a one-stop shop for all your insurance needs. What are we going to have there?
It's coaches. It's coaches. It's players. It's everything we just talked about. It's avoiding disaster. It's trying to keep your team together into what is now going to be today's sports climate.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Hutton just said he's like, coaches have the girls DM them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the contact rule or the no contact rule, you might as well throw that bad boy out the window.
Yeah. First is hey, then
you
it's
don't need a bite. Hey,
Twitter.
you don't need a murder phone anymore.
Nope.
Don't need
throw
three
out
murders.
the track phone.
I cannot wait for the first program that just gets caught red-handed recruiting in this. When you're like, how?
Yes.
How are you so bad at this that you still got caught recruiting when they basically said you can recruit? They can go anywhere they want, and it's like, as long as you're just not completely obvious about it. So man.
Don't put it on a billboard.
Yep. Coach goes to player goes to girlfriend, DM. Yep. I mean, yeah. Yep. I mean, yeah. It's very easy. Yep.
And
Danny Fish. All kids have Twitter.
Well, no, hey,
Instagram. Yeah, they're
Snap.
DM. We're gonna DM, and then we're gonna say, "What about 5K?" Or, "Hey, Mama, what about 5K? What about 10K?" And you may say it doesn't happen.
It has.
You're nuts.
Yeah.
You're nuts. It's happening.
Yep.
It's happening.
Yep. It's gonna be if you don't, it could cause a program to be done for a long time. Yeah.
That's why I say football-wise. I don't want to say other sports. Football-wise, you're going to lose 10% of football teams before it's all said and done. A decade.
That's fast, man. When you said that, that's really true. But, yeah, Trev, you're not wrong. Avoiding disaster right now is just this is a whole bunch. We've said this before. This has been an avoiding disaster before.
Yeah.
But every time it hits you back in the face, you just realize that, I don't know. Another avoiding disaster, and Fish is in the comment section. Hutton's there, and they have reach. They know what's going on. Avoiding disaster when it comes to Tennessee high school athletics, and then we were talking about BCAT. What did you say BCAT stood for?
BCAT is for the Basketball Coaches Association of Tennessee. I believe I'm right on that.
Okay, so avoiding disaster. How sometimes in some aspects are you going to continue to keep good high school coaches? If you're going to be recruiting, why not just try to go to the college level? If this is the game I'm playing, why don't I just go to college and try to recruit?
Yeah.
Either go down or go up on this, because man, unless you are the one, unless you're the program that people want to be at, it's gonna be. I know. I coach at a place that I am constantly worried that if we have good players, that people are going to come after them.
Yep.
You know this. We've had this conversation.
I was there, man.
You've been there before. I know how that feels already.
Yes.
I can't imagine. I mean, there's going to be a lot more coaches now that are like, I could put in all this work, and then all of a sudden, claw machine comes up, grabs my best player, and then I'm like, what are we doing here anymore?
I would love this. Danny's talking about they're going to BCAT. What did he say, 190?
189 teams.
189 teams. I would love to go and watch those 189 teams and write down the starting lineups.
And see.
For those teams.
Oh, wow.
And then go back to the start of the season.
Oh, wow.
And see how much changes.
That would be.
Because changes are fixing to happen. And you may say, you're talking about a kid that's starting on a high school team? You got kids that are starting on collegiate teams. This just in, Nico was starting, peeps.
Yep.
Yeah.
He left.
Yep. Tennessee baseball is going to have about they're going to have 4 starters next year that were starters on somebody else's team
last week,
year.
we talked about Tennessee baseball maybe being one of the most dominant baseball teams in this area over the last 5 years. And you know what that got them? Absolutely nothing when it came to stability. Yep. Kids left.
Yep. Kids are already leaving. And hey,
just how it works.
And you know who knocked them out? Arkansas. How many of their 9 starters in their lineup were transfers for this year?
Is it 7?
It was 7.
7
of the Arkansas's 9 starters were transfers. Yeah. And Hutton's Hutton's all over this in the Ben Lomond Cadet message board. Said one more: parents of players initiate it. Parents want their kids to be loved. Beta galore. Betas galore now. Yeah. And then you keep. He also said too, all these camps, all these individual camps where these kids are going to meet each other all the time. If you're at a big level, we were talking, they also meet players from all over the state at individual camps. Those are probably sophomores around that time. Yeah, you're going to have it's going to be the LeBron age, and we'll all team up.
Another thing that I as a high school coach I'd be very leery of right now. Very leery of. Mm-hmm. We've got some really good trainers in this area. Trainers will be contacted by other coaches.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What you got? What you got?
What you got? Who you got?
Who could you send us?
Who can you send me?
Mm-hmm.
How can I get in contact? Maybe you can be my contact.
Yep.
Those are things that are going to happen.
Yep. Nunley also says in the Ben Lomond Cadet message board, this will sort of pull the curtain back on some of those. It's not about wins or losses. It's about caring about the kids and teaching the game coaches.
Agree.
Fair.
Yeah, you'll find out.
The problem is I think some of the ones that are like, I just want to keep here and keep coaching, and doing that is like at some point you're like, well, if you keep having your players plucked, you're like, I don't know
what am I doing
this anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, man, I've been there. I've been living it for 3 going on 4 years now. That you're always in the back of your mind of what happens. What happens if what if they call? What if that person calls? What if that happens? And all of a sudden we're like, best laid plans.
And we hear this. I don't begrudge what the TSSAA did.
It was gonna happen
for this reason. If they didn't do it, the state legislature was getting involved.
Yeah,
their kind of hands were tied. I think there's a chance they still might.
It still sounds like they're just going to get rid of any stipulation.
I hope that we don't get into the multi-transfer deal where they can transfer once a year. All those type things. That's the thing I hope we stay away from, because then that's when it just I think it loses all its luster if that happens.
I don't disagree. Anything else on this, guys? Like I said, we've had it's a fascinating conversation. It's going to continue to be one.
Last thing I'll say in the future, this will not be the last time.
No,
that we talk about this, because like we talk about, we're going to be entering this room on a Wednesday night in the next 8 to 10 weeks. And somebody's going to say, that kid left.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
Yep. And Hutton again, too, a little last word on that, says don't rule out the recruiting sites delivering the interest from other high school, college recruiters, too. Yeah. I mean, hey, you're a pretty good player and such college is interested in you, but if you really want to get to that college, you probably should go to this high school.
Yes.
Hey, go play for that coach.
Yes.
Or, hey, they really know how to get your kid to X school because they got a lot of connections there. Of course it is. Appreciate you, Hutton.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, let's jump into the next one. Take your medicine.
Woo!
You got to take your medicine, Trev? Okay, good.
Hey,
you got to take your medicine?
Look at him. He don't look at the way he looks, man. The hair slicked back mustache. He ain't got a medicine take.
Oh, we got a new ad read.
Oh, I like it. I knew it was coming.
Hey, feeling like a wrung out dish sponge? Are you running on fumes? Whether you're battling fatigue, a killer headache, or just had one too many last night,
or every night,
It's never happened.
we've got your fix. At Namaste Wellness and Aesthetics, our IV hydration therapy is like a spa day for your insides. We deliver vitamins, fluids, and all the good stuff straight to your bloodstream. Fast, effective, and fabulous. Perfect for waking up your zombie self, boosting that tired immune system, hangover recovery. Hey, we don't do it. We won't judge it.
No
at
judging.
Namaste. And glowing skin that says, I slept 8 hours even if you didn't. The best part, you get to kick back and relax in our cozy spa-like setting while your body levels up. Stop dragging and start bragging. Now dripping at Namaste Wellness and Aesthetics.
Hey.
Call us or stop by today. Your body will thank you. 159 Omni Drive, 815-8800.
They offer delivery service? Or?
A delivery service? I don't know, Connor. Next time. We'll
Listening
figure
to
out that.
Connor and Bonnaroo, he could have probably used a couple of those. Could he not?
yeah.
Hey, the sad Bonnaroo story that we posted on there actually had a couple of people comment and said, "Man, if I would have had his number, I would have picked him up."
Are you
There was
serious?
people, yeah, legitimately. It's like, hey, Connor needs to give his number out so people know it.
Yeah, give that number out.
Go ahead, Connor.
Go ahead,
Give that number
C-Dub.
out. Do it, Connor.
Do it, Connor.
Hang on.
Do it.
Don't you dare do it. No, because Sullen did that. Sullins and Trev did that and gave my number to some random person. Like a month ago. I got a text saying, what's his name? I don't even know what it was.
What was the guy? Right? What's his name?
You're right.
He was a 1 week listener.
Nunley says hangovers are for sissies. Take your
agree,
medicine. I have again, we've said this before and we've talked about this, and it's kind of a retread on this topic, but I don't mind it because it keeps popping back up. Sullins, I sent you the message about it last night. What is going on with the WNBA?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Why? Why do y'all
Anyone watches it,
Why do you continually feel like you need to force Caitlin Clark to take her medicine
Yes.
when she is your gravy train?
She's going to get you paid.
Yeah.
Did you watch last night? Did you see the highlights
I've
of it?
seen the clips where she got hammered, and then Sophie Cunningham said, "Yeah, not today."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned today. Sophie
FAFO.
Cunningham,
Yeah.
Sophie Cunningham may be a bad mama jama
Mhm. Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
I was like, hey,
Come on.
She might be worth getting on the bull for.
Hey.
Take your medicine. For the rest of the WNBA, one, what are you doing? And two, it's not working. She's still beating you.
Well, no,
Dude.
Not only that, why does everybody in the league hate her
That's
so
what I
much?
don't
Oh,
get.
What is the reason?
I mean, look, man, she talks shit. I mean, come on. We're an OT.
Yeah, but if she's
maybe
making the
double-check.
pocket, if she's adding zeros to the check, shouldn't I allow her to talk?
Hey, if it makes dollars, it makes sense.
She's making some dollars.
Come on. But, yeah, I mean, she's talking mad smack out there. You can see it all the time. But, yeah, I don't want to get it. I mean,
I don't either. Really.
Hey, but when you the GOAT, you're allowed to, and she's already.
We're gonna call her GOAT already.
Absolutely,
we're going GOAT status now.
Absolutely. You're just Tennessee. Got some players that probably.
Yeah, but we can't. What does she want? You can't call her the GOAT yet.
I'd like to say. I mean, she's
baby GOAT.
Hey, look, she is the most.
Baby
I would
goat.
say there's no doubt she's the most popular female basketball player probably that's ever walked.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about Cheryl Miller and then maybe, but just
Brittany
the
Griner?
GOAT. But
Hey, tell Brittany Griner to stay out of Iran right now. Not a good place.
Yeah.
But no, the rest of it though, I'm legitimately, I'd like to. Let's win one title, and then all of a sudden we'll go there.
That's where I'm going.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't disagree. She's going to.
Not this year.
Yeah. You don't think so?
I don't think so. You think she's winning this year?
I don't know. I mean, they might win the Commissioner's Cup, and they just beat I think they just beat the New York Liberty.
Okay.
With Sabrina Ionescu
Yeah.
and them, and they were undefeated. That was her first game back and beat them.
Let's give her at least. She's got to win at least 2 before we call her the greatest player of all time.
Yeah. Caleb Underhill on the Ben Lomond Connect message board says, "Would people watch if they were all nice to each other?" No, I mean, I don't know.
I don't think people really watch now unless it's her.
They're watching.
That is
Caitlin
a
Clark
great.
no
That's
matter
the
what.
point. I think that needs to be made.
Yeah, nobody's
If
watching.
she's not playing in this league, the ratings plummet.
Yeah.
80,
Down
90.
53. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you saw the prices when she
Yes.
was sitting out. The prices of the tickets went down
What?
from
You could buy lunch cheaper than you.
I could have went to a WNBA game on Monday.
and got a hot dog.
It's like, never mind. I was gonna. Never mind.
Easy.
Easy.
Yeah, but I just don't understand the let's actively. I don't mind competing with her. I don't mind people wanting to beat her. That's fine. Yeah, but wanting to physically assault her sometimes, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
My deal with it is if I'm a WNBA player, I have to understand what she can do for the league going forward.
Yeah.
And if she's not in the league, this league's not getting any better when it comes to money.
No.
It's just not happening.
And if it makes dollars, it should make sense.
So, yes, Nunley, a couple people watch this cat. Or this young lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
More than a few watch her. Again, too, we should let you know that since we're at the 7 o'clock hour.
We got another one.
The Warren County Sports Authority. The thoughts and opinions brought to you on this show and any kind of language, Connor, that comes out here is that of the host and not of any opinions or any way, shape, form, or fashion indicative of the thoughts of Radio WBMC, Main Street Media, or our sponsors. They have nothing to do with this. It's just me, Trev, and Sullins, and then occasionally Connor chimes in as well.
They back my opinions 100%.
And our disclaimer, as we have let you know, Predators Barbecue is our sponsor on that. Which again, I went out,
had a great weekend.
Went out and had a steak sandwich. I think they ended up raising, golly, I think 20-some thousand.
That Bonnaroo cancellation helped them a little bit too.
I was about to say there were a lot of.
Dude,
it was
people. Packed. It was packed out there when
they
went out there.
Smoked a bowl.
It's funny
looking around. We're like,
it's funny.
Steak smells pretty good.
When you make 80,000 drunk people leave a field at the same time, where they go?
Honestly,
go to.
I thought that was safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$28,000 is what?
$28,000. Right, says, man, Ben Lomond Connect. Hey, and again too, we should let you know on the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Ben Lomond Connect. Hey. Tennessee Summers are the best grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to expand your Wi-Fi coverage. Area like Ben Lomond Connect plus BLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 in value Weber grill or 1 or 9 free internet monthly bill credits. All you have to do is send a picture of your family grilling, chilling, and streaming to marketing@benlomond.org. They'll be taking those submissions. You need to include your name, address, and phone number by August 31st. Marketing@benlomond.org. You can get one of 9 free internet monthly bill credits or a $300 in value Weber grill with Ben Lomond Connect. They are the sponsor of the Ben Lomond Connect message board, which also provides us with comments for the Mud Bums Hot Wings Hot Take. Y'all ready? I got a name.
You got a name? Who you got?
DJ Roland.
DJ, nice.
DJ was doing a good job there. So DJ, we're gonna put your
Yep.
name on this. You get a $15 gift card
Thank
over
you,
there
DJ.
to Mud Bums, and thank you again. Hey, $6 lunch today. Got three veggies and a drink for $6.
There we go.
It's pretty. Hey, it's a big plate too, and I'll probably be back there for the $10 lunch.
You ate vegetables?
You want to know?
That's more shocking.
You want to know what the vegetables were for me?
Potatoes,
mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, cinnamon apples, and a corn muffin. Which they were like, I said corn muffin. I said corn muffin, and they were like, "You mean cornbread?" And I'm like, "No, that's if when you make it into it's a muffin." They're like, "No, that's cornbread." I'm like, "No, cornbread's triangle."
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a fight there?
Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
you do you.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if you saw that
I
in
get
a
you.
muffin form, would you call it cornbread
Right.
or would you call it corn muffin?
I'd call it a biscuit.
It's fair.
Oh, mercy, yeah. Rob Nunley also points out in the Ben Lomond Connect message board. Speaking of food, don't forget free ice cream Friday at Main Street Media.
Woo!
Hey, we're doing.
Don't even have to be a king to show up and get it.
Hey, we're doing Sundays on Friday at Main Street. So from 12 to 5 p.m., you can come over here to Main Street Media, 230 West Colville Street, and when you can get you a Sunday, you don't have to be a subscriber or anything. Just come over here and get that. But you can also get a year subscription to the Main Street Journal, where it saves you 3 months worth of prices.
Hey,
so
man,
they're going to cut $21 off your bill off there if you want to come sign up
to
for
read
it.
all them articles.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
those popular ones.
I'm closing in on like almost 200 stories posted since the middle of March.
Dang.
I looked at it today and I was like, man,
Guy's working.
He's working hard.
Guy's
Working.
Working hard and having to eat $2 lunches.
Hey, you almost had that many views this morning.
I can't believe you were. I was going to make the joke earlier when talking about the downed WNBA ratings. And say, might even say like the morning shows.
I don't know what's going on.
Trev and I think a lot alike.
Connor.
We've got some.
We need to stir up the controversy, Jeff.
We have to do something because I said it today and I'm like, we're not doing bad shows, but
Connor,
our numbers
how much
are down.
do you think the FCC violation is for dropping words?
I'm not dropping it, so
I
you
will.
can.
Hey, Connor, I'll be honest. Trev and I had an emergency meeting around 12 o'clock today, and we said, Jeff may be dragging us down.
Trev, did you say that?
Hey, man.
Trev, who said it?
It was a good meeting. You're still here.
Trev, just so you know, here we go. I'm gonna circle this. This is the ad read that you get to do for the last. No, yeah, you're gonna do the no, do the ad read, Trev. Figure it out.
You're doing a great job.
Hey, I'm doing 2 next week.
Yeah, there you go. That's
I've always because I can't do none. Are we ready?
Yeah. Well, before you do that, I'm gonna let everybody know that the Warren County Sports Authority radio show is powered by Reddick Brown Ford. You can see it on your screen.
Power Stroke Power.
5917 Manchester Highway. Again, the customer always comes first with Reddick Brown Ford and General Manager Chris Chalfant. You can visit online at reddickbrownford.com. Again, DJ already said, thanks, guys. Enjoyed the show tonight. Hey, we're still going, just so you know. But like the Simmons Says show, people are leaving.
Hey, stay with us.
Stick around.
More Pamela Rogers talk.
Stick around.
We're doing the McCorkle. We're doing the McCorkle questions.
We got the questions. One of them will be about Pamela.
I do actually have some questions.
Yes.
Right.
We don't have a lot of good answers.
Stick with us. Stick with us, folks, because you're gonna want to hear the questions. But Silence, who sponsors the random questions?
McCorkle Landscaping. Random questions. Sponsored by McCorkle Landscaping. Owned by Mitchell. Pioneer legend McCorkle. Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
He could shoot that bad boy with a lefty. Is your yard ready for a makeover? Let McCorkle Landscaping bring your outdoor vision to life. Have you ever looked at a yard and said, hey, that's my vision?
Right.
He can bring it to life.
There you go.
Putting green, whatever.
Exactly. Owned and operated by Mitchell McCorkle. This local landscaping expert offers everything from nursery services and custom landscaping to retaining walls, irrigation systems, and full hardscape designs. That's them big old rocks in the yard that those rich people have.
How many you got in your yard, Silence?
I need to go buy and check. Need grading, solid installation, land clearing, or excavation? Nothing like getting out and clearing some land. Go watch Mitchell work on your place. They got you covered.
Yep.
Want to refresh your space with weeding, mulching, or lawn resurfacing? No problem. They even offer professional design consultations to help you plan the perfect outdoor space. And there's nothing like going in a room with a guy that understands how to do those type things.
Yep.
No job is too big or too small. Residential or commercial, McCorkle Landscaping is your go-to team for reliable and quality results. So call today. 931-212-5174.
What's that number?
That's 931-212-5174. McCorkle Landscaping. Digging deep to help bring to. I screwed that up.
Go. Last line. Go again.
Fourth quarter, and I screwed it up.
Turnover.
McCorkle Landscaping. Digging deep to build your dream outdoors. Thank you, Mitchell, for all you do for us.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
You know why I think everybody enjoys when somebody other than me does their ad read for them? I've almost memorized all of them, so they're like 30 seconds. When somebody else, like when Rob did the Desmond McCorkle, it's like 3 minutes worth of advertising.
ROI.
He's like, am I getting a lot of airtime right now?
Next week you got a couple. I'm
buddy, you got
Yes.
you got a few next
Yes.
week, just so
A
you
few?
know. Yeah, why not? Everybody, they want us to spread these out. Connor,
Got it
Connor
for
can do
Anonymous
a
Day whenever
couple.
we switch the ED medication.
Nunley, I tried to pull it off, and I just blew it at the end.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Missed the layup.
Fumbled, son.
Oh, mercy. Trev, kick us off, man.
All right.
McCorkle random questions. McCorkle landscaping. He even got a shout out in the Hutton thing.
Yes, he did.
he did.
Absolutely
Nice job,
did.
Hut.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Hutton was just
Hutton was
cooking
on
with
it.
gas. Hutton could have got the Mudbones gift card,
Yes.
honestly.
Yeah.
Of course, Hutton could probably also buy Mudbone.
Outkick money's good money.
Hey, Hutton, if you want to do that, Brett, I'll give you Brett's number. It makes dollars. It makes sense.
All right. So for your answer, I'm gonna exclude the NBA Finals. But what's one athlete that you could see winning a title in the near future? I wanted to exclude like the finals because I mean the Thunder are going to win tomorrow.
Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
We just talked about her.
Yeah.
I think she could win her first title here in this season. I think it would not shock me if she won in her first season.
Got one, Coach?
Josh Allen,
Ooh,
Buffalo Bills quarterback.
Yeah, that's good.
I think eventually he's going to overcome.
Yeah.
What's the LSU Arkansas score in baseball right now? Ands isn't listening.
He's watching.
Ands is watching.
Yeah.
LSU. Whoever wins those two baseball games, they're gonna win. Either LSU's baseball team or if Arkansas double dips them, Arkansas.
Ant Edwards.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I don't like his path through the West right now.
I think he gets one.
The Thunder.
I don't think he's that guy. As bad as I hate to say it, more I watch him, I think he's a stat guy. I don't know if he can lead a team just yet.
I just think the Thunder. I mean, they've won
they're gonna be really
68
good.
games.
They're
They're
really
about to
good.
win an NBA championship, and they're going to only add to their talent pool in the next couple of years.
That's true. They
They're
got
gonna-
a lot of capital.
I'm sitting there. I mean, I'm a huge Spurs fan. And I'm like, man, it's going to be hard to get around those guys. Like we got transcendent Victor in the middle, and all of a sudden, like there's literally people that are talking about the Spurs right now, and they're saying, KD wants to go to San Antonio, and San Antonio's like, not really, because I think they're sitting there. It's not because they don't want KD. KD's amazing. He's still amazing. I think they're sitting there thinking he's only got 2 years left, and we're not going to beat the Thunder with him. So why pay up assets for him?
What about like the Mavericks? Do you think if they get flagged, does it get them over?
Yeah, I think I don't know if that gets. I don't know if that'll get them over flag. Because
I think with the injuries and those type things, I mean, Kyrie, AD, when you start looking at that, they have a real tough time staying healthy year after year. I really believe if the Mavs were going to win it, it was last year
with Luka.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Who won the World Series last year? The Dodgers win it last year? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say Shohei, if not, but yeah, they won it last year already. That's a great one. I don't know. Does Judge finally get his? And we talked about how overrated the Yankees are, but I don't think he's tremendous.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another score. I mean, like I said, I really think Caitlin Clark could win it this year.
Yeah,
I mean, I think if she has a good enough. I mean, I think the supporting cast is pretty good. Yeah. Kelsey Mitchell's good. I mean, Sophie Cunningham's good. You know, Boston, the big girl. Whole. They got some players. I think they could be. If she's as good as she can possibly be. And then the question on that is you better, because I mean people can. I know they were ripping on it and Rob and they were making fun of it, but Cassie Cantrell's talked about it in the comment section. It's like if you like basketball and you catch the right WNBA games, there's a really good player usually every single night on there. Paige Buchers is out there now playing for Dallas. We know Juju Watkins is coming. And I know you, Coach, we've talked about her before. Yeah. There's some big time talent in WNBA. So Caitlin Clark's one of those ones like you better get it now.
Yeah.
Because it's never guaranteed after that. So yeah, I like that. That's a good question. Anybody football? You said Josh Allen's is a great one.
Lamar. You think Lamar gets?
I think it's one of those two.
One of those two could be
one of those two.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs finally. I think last year's Super Bowl finally is going to be the one where the Chiefs. I
agree.
Yeah, this is over.
I think with Lamar or Josh, I think there's about a 3-year window though.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think in the next 3, they either got to get it done or There's a cat over in Washington right now. That's Daniel's cat.
I am not happy he's in the NFC.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Yep. And again, too, like I said, and whoever wins that Arkansas LSU baseball game is going to win the national championship too. I'd pretty much bet on that. And I don't know. I mean, Coastal Carolina, I still don't think's lost.
No,
I don't think they've lost in like 2 months.
Those dudes. We had the game on in the office today. Those dudes, they can play.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of any college. Yeah. Does Rick finally get one?
No.
You just don't think he's ever going to get one?
I don't.
Even with Ament coming or Ament.
I've been told that cat is really, really solid. He's the real deal. I don't know. I think Rick's got to the point you don't think he wins it until he wins it. You know what I mean? That's just
got to get the monkey off his back.
Got to get the monkey off his back.
D Fish is Danny Fish in the Ben Loma Connect message board says my money's on CC, which I assume he's
Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Clark. Yeah, I think
Caitlin's
got a really good chance.
Heck of a player. I just don't know if it's this year.
Yep.
I think eventually it happens. I don't know if it's
disagree
this
with
year.
that. Connor, you got a random question. This could be interesting.
This could be good.
Did you not see the one that I sent you?
Did you send me a random question?
Yeah, I texted it to you.
Text
you. If he texted it, let me see.
That's tough. That's tough, man. You know, you're going to ask that, and you're going to cause some trouble for at least one person on the table right now. I mean, it's not a bad question. It's just you want to maybe come up with another one.
Here, give me a few seconds. Take a poll of your table.
Yeah, okay. You read the last message, Trev. You give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether or not we should ask that one.
Let me. Here.
I mean, OT's OT, but even sometimes we got to be like, hey, I'm trying not to. Someone says no.
First of all, that's not even a question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
2005.
Yeah.
2005 is the answer to your question. And if anybody wants to know.
And that he brought that up in that regard.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all I'm saying is 98 had to have strong skills.
Strong skills are a weak man.
Let's move on. Audience is thinking,
yeah, let's get out of that one. Solon, you got a question?
My question.
Is it a good question? Because mine's not. So do you want me to ask mine first?
Yeah, go ahead and ask yours.
I've been, again, we talk about this all the time, is random questions because the McCorkle landscape and random questions. And one of the most random things that's happened lately is I've been watching a lot of eating competitions on YouTube. If there was like, yeah, of course it does. If there was like an eating competition in Warren County that you could win, like any place that you're like, I could eat that food at that restaurant more than anybody in the county, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is there any food that you're like, I could actually get in and compete and do a really good job in that competition? I mean, y'all are small guys. Yeah. I wouldn't think that y'all win any. Y'all, it's not like y'all are sitting around thinking about food all the time.
This guy can't spend over $10 on lunch, and he's going home. I forgot what food's like.
Yeah. He's got to watch it.
That burger looks so good.
I can't eat it, but I got to watch the food.
Every night when I'm having a $4 lunch, and like supper is an eating competition.
He's like, how much can I eat?
Was this? I didn't really get the whole $4 lunch. Was it more like a $4 lunch competition or a diet?
That's what, somebody asked that. Somebody asked that. They were like, it sounds like you're just trying to go on a diet. I was like, no, not really. I just came up with this gimmick that we
Are you still running a
Yes, we don't have to talk about that. Yes, I'm still competing. And I'm going to do the marathon. I'm going to do the Stars and Stripes. Yes.
It might take as long as a marathon.
It's not a marathon.
Rob Nunley says Mud Bum's wings, and he wants that $15 gift card.
I think so. Hey, shrimp. I'm all in on shrimp competition.
Yeah.
Pill and eat shrimp.
You would be.
Yes, I'm all in.
Yeah, you would.
Trevor's watched me.
Dude, it's impressive.
Jason DeArmond also says he can put down some shrimp. Too.
Yes, I'd love to try it.
Yeah. Connor, anything?
I was about to say, the shrimp is definitely what I'd have to do.
I feel like I could get down some C&K donuts.
I was fixing to say the same thing. C&K, hey, yes.
Hot.
Yeah, where they just.
Yeah.
Just
now, as soon as it's over,
got problems.
Miserable.
You got problems. Bonnaroo inside your stomach.
Yeah. There's a storm brewing.
Nunley on the message board, the Ben Lomond Cadet message board says, watching eating competitions is a scientifically proven way to train for a 5K. I agree.
You're carbo loading through
Carbo
osmosis.
loading, yeah.
He's at the 1.5 miles and he's thinking about the eating competition.
He's at McDonald's, DoorDash, Zaxby's.
But you said it, it's just like, it doesn't matter. Like if there was like, if any restaurant in Warren County decided to have like a burger challenge, whether one burger or here's how many burgers you have to eat.
You're all in.
Because if you watch the video from me at Wendy's yesterday, and it was like they put the burger in my hand. It was like palm in my hand.
Tiny.
I was like, if you gave me,
You could eat that like a donut.
If someone looked at me, if they sit there and said,
he slurped it.
Clip that call.
He slurped the Wendy's burger. He slurped the treat, the triple.
Somebody saw that junior cheeseburger from Wendy's, and they were like, "How many of those could you eat?" And if I don't know, I turned it. The
Just
limit,
like they can't make enough.
The limit does not exist.
What did the truck bring this morning?
If they're
How
like,
many of y'all got back there?
if they're like, "Sir, we just had to. We're gonna have to get rid of the stock here, and there's 20 of these. Would you want them?" Yes.
Yeah. Start.
Like, how many of them? All 20.
All of them.
Is that what you have dreams about? Walking into like a Wendy's or a McDonald's, be like,
Hey,
"Sir, we
hey,
made too many. Would you like them?"
The sheeps don't jump for Jeff. It's burgers going.
cheeseburger.
Oh hell! Now I'm gonna go to the DoorDash and order something before I go to sleep.
All Good Diner has a tow truck burger challenge. I'll have to look it up and see what happens there. Oh man, I might have to put
I saw a steakhouse in Texas.
after July 4th.
A steakhouse in Texas has a 72-ounce steak challenge. It's
Brett Simmons.
72 ounces of steak.
He do really well.
A baked potato, I think, and something else.
Yeah,
72 ounces.
Brett
baked potatoes
would be the person I would give. He would do better with steak. I
can eat some steak, but 72 ounces.
We went to Charlotte. we went to Charlotte one time, and Dad was like, "All right, y'all find us a restaurant to go to." Brett says, "Here's where we're going." He knew it immediately. He had researched it that week, and they had a 48-ounce steak. They bring it out. They don't have a plate. They bring it out on a cutting board because it's too big to put on a plate. The guy comes in and goes, "Would you like us to cut that for you?" Brett looks at him so incredulously and just goes, "No, man." I got this. And he wiped it out and had creme brulee later. Like, he had dessert. He's like, "What's the dessert menu?"
See, that's wild. The dessert afterwards is such a slap in the face to that restaurant.
He had dessert after a 48-ounce steak.
Your 48-ounce steak didn't fill me.
Yeah.
I request
Let me get
dessert.
the creme brulee.
Rob Nunley said, "Yeah, I put down 22 cheeseburgers at last year's fair." That's like for the entire fair?
That's not
in a day.
Yeah, like I'm talking about. Yeah, I could eat 22 cheeseburgers in a day.
That is,
dude.
The crowd went quiet.
If I wanted to, yeah, I could eat 22 cheeseburgers.
22?
It's one an hour,
dude.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
All right, we're gonna test this out. We're gonna bring a doctor on your show one day. We're just gonna do Super Size Me in an hour.
Hey, you want views to go up 22 an hour.
If any cardiologists are watching, they're sitting here going, "No,
they're saying no. You can't. They're saying you can.
Yeah,
you shouldn't."
But he's washed it down with Diet Coke.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So we've been in good shape there. He said whole week, skipped 2 days. Seth had 32 corn dogs. So yeah.
32 corn dogs and 7. That's chump.
Rookie numbers.
That's rookie numbers.
32. All right. So you said
Jeff did that at 7.
Did y'all when Dad and Brett were over here on the show, they actually talked about it. They were like, "Yeah, when I was 13, 14 years old, we go to Outback."
Yeah, and you order 2.
I'd order 2 meals.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I'd order a half rack of ribs and chicken, the Drover's platter, and then I would get a no rules cheeseburger. And when they brought it out, they put one plate down, and then they go try to give the other plate, and I'm like, "No, that one's mine too."
Hey, I'm glad your dad had a good job. Because I was gonna say, if times were tough, man, you were gonna starve.
I did ask him like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm like, man, you couldn't have stopped me. Like, hey, man, that's excessive. That's crazy. You know what he told you? It was like, you could have at least been like, hey, buddy, you don't need that. You don't.
He
need
was
to eat
probably
that much
scared.
food." It wasn't that. You know what he told me? He goes, honestly, it was crazy, but it was impressive. He's like, I was just incredibly impressed
It was
every time.
crazily impressive.
Every time you would finish it, I'm like, I don't know how he just did that.
What's he gonna do next week to top it?
Just like P. Diddy's dad.
All right. So shrimp, cheeseburgers, and we didn't say
I guess
C&K donuts.
C&K donuts.
C&K donuts, whiskey. Yeah, sure, Connor.
Whiskey.
C-Dub.
C-Dub comes in with the
Comes in
clutch.
hot with the
He did
lid.
2 bottles.
I'd believe it.
C-Dub.
I may need namaste.
You need more than namaste. You may need God.
A new liver.
Namaste and Namanai.
All right, so what was your question?
Yeah, I think we got very fortunate over the weekend. You know, we talked about Bonnaroo being canceled, and we when we talk about being canceled, we're 20 minutes away from home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got people driving
10
12,
hours,
15, 20 hours. They're not flying. They're coming down here with their tent. Give me the sporting event or event that you would attend, that you would want to attend for 3 to 4 days, and you would camp out in a tent in a field to do it.
Wow. There's not one.
Exactly.
There's not one. I'm not camping in a tent outside in June.
Thank you.
I didn't. I like. You know this, and you're a pretty big Tennessee football fan.
Yeah.
I am too. I wouldn't even drive 5 hours to go to Columbus to watch them play in the playoffs this year.
Those people that do that, they're impressive when I see them do it, because I'm like, I'm not doing that.
No.
For any reason.
There's
Tell
a
me.
certain thing that goes to music festivals. It's called drugs. And you can find them readily there.
That's why I think when they released 80,000 people back on the main roads after that, it was pretty impressive.
In all fairness, they were held there for at least a few hours. But then
Yeah, my bad.
Because they just stopped partaking.
Oh yeah, that was the goal.
When they finally located the Molly zebra, they were like, all right, now everybody can
Which
go."
honestly, that would have been such a great time.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the show. The 4 people that watched today probably heard us talking about
one being your mom, your dad, Elena's mom,
C-Dub's
mom and dad.
or hear us
No,
talk.
it's just C-Dub. He's just got a viewer back there.
Just watching.
Hey, if we ever see a show less than one, we're like, C-Dub's out.
We legitimately showed footage of them catching that zebra that nobody has seen anywhere
And you
other
got
than on the Main Street
And
Journal.
nobody
People
else
are
saw
like,
it.
Got nothing.
They still haven't.
Nobody else saw it.
It was the talk of the whole state, the whole
people are
world.
like,
nah, we don't need that.
No, is Jeff going to be there? No.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm kind of hurt. Folks, if you're listening right now, please show up tomorrow at 9 a.m. Please.
Rob Williams looked in and said, I signed exclusivity for this.
ABC was offering big numbers. And we've got this.
He offered payment.
So glad I stuck with Simmons Says.
Simmons says, Simmons lied.
That's my show. I've resorted to trying to do Sullins impressions to make people watch my show. It's not working. Trev, did you hear the Sullins impression? No, of course not.
Was it on your show? No?
No, he doesn't watch.
Sometimes
It was
I
on
try.
social media, it's on everywhere, man.
try to tune
It was
in.
actually pretty good. I'm just saying. Yeah, you just
We've
watch.
lost Trevor as a viewer.
I have heard some of his Sullins impressions before. Just go watch him at basketball practice.
Fair.
Fair.
When he pulls out the Charmin line, I'll leave.
You've heard that one, right?
I'm not throwing the Charmin line out. I don't think.
Should I tell the Charmin?
No,
story?
don't, because if you do, do you want to tell this? Oh, you want to tell a story?
Oh, we tell it next week.
We'll tell
We're
it
late.
next week.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're 2.5
Yeah, we're
hours
2.5
in.
hours.
I tried, yes.
Yeah.
Trev got here late. He's just only been here
Hey,
for an hour and a half.
You may come in the morning and tell the story.
Yeah, please.
Hey, Trev, if they've not watched by now, they're not
I think there's more people watching live right now than watch my show today. Hey, the 22 people that are on live right now,
Hey,
show up
27.
tomorrow. Yeah, oh, there's 27 now?
Yeah, because we got people on YouTube too.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Hey.
hey, I'm glad to bring that up.
Yes.
People, two things, and we want to make sure we get this out. Merchandise is coming.
It's coming.
And you're going to love it.
Yes.
You're going to love what we're bringing out, okay? Another thing, I had a long-time listener that had kind of stepped away because they didn't know where to get it. Mm-hmm. We are going to make sure we're back on Spotify and Apple. It has to happen.
Hey, I put it in the Dropbox folder.
Because people have already said, if we want to go nationwide, we are a podcast. Joe Rogan, Jonathan Hutton, Jeff Simmons, they all go hand in hand, okay? We got to be on Apple and Spotify. We will make sure we're going to keep our listeners happy. All our sponsors, they get the same ad reads. It's on there. But I will promise you we will make sure that we've got this on every Thursday morning. I didn't realize how many people. And I'm going to give a shout-out to a lady Diane Bogle's the one that came to me and said, hey, how do I watch
Love
you guys?
Diane.
She loves you too,
Yeah,
bro.
love Diane.
She loves Trevor.
Love Diane.
Yes. So, and really, I think we're figuring out that a lot of people love Trevor, and that's the reason a lot of people listen. You know what I mean?
It must be.
It must be.
Our numbers went up when he came in. Yeah.
Yes.
They haven't dropped since.
So we'll make sure we do that. Merchandise, we will have some things next week for you for our listeners to see.
Yep.
You're gonna love it.
Let us know what you think.
Gonna let us know. We'll get that out so you can. Hey, and you won't have to attend a class to get the shirt. You just buy the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you're a business that wants to put your name on the back of it, let us know.
Feel free. We're gonna have a great time with that. But
Work on the Wonder Bread sponsor.
By this time next week, I promise you, you're going to see Warren County Sports Authority's merch that you've never seen before.
Yep.
Boom. We'll end it there. Warren County Sports Authority, powered by Reddick Brown Ford.
Vroom, vroom.
Power, stroke, power.
We'll be back next week, 5 p.m.